On the other side, you have Devin Levi, who's one of the best goaltenders in the country for Northeastern.
He is the reigning Mike Richter winner. Leads Hockey East in 6 categories, folks. Wins, shutouts, saves, save percentage, games, and he's second in goals against. His .941 career save percentage is unbelievable. This kid, Buffalo Sabres property, was a Florida Panthers draft pick, was traded, is looking like a guy who's going to be able to play at the next level, but right now he is doing a wonderful job for Northeastern. Everything predicates around him. They do a great job defensively, but they give up a lot of opportunities, a lot of shots, knowing that he can handle it.
And the force is strong with that one, of course.
Yes.
Devin Levi, big Star Wars guy. We see him meditating during breaks, and so Devin Levi will look to lead Northeastern to a Beanpot championship. We talk about Northeastern offensively, and you can't talk about Northeastern offensively without talking about Aiden McDonough, guy who's 19 goals on the year, is the active leading goal scorer in college hockey.
He is, and he's tied for 3rd in the nation with those 19 goals. Native of Milton, Mass. Vancouver draft pick. He's a big, long, strong forward that shoots the puck really well. He finds himself in front of the net or off to the right side of the goaltender over on that right wing with the left shot. He hits a lot of one-timers. Leader in Hockey East with 13 goals, 2nd in Hockey East points at 25. This guy is a guy that really carries Northeastern. They don't score a lot. He's the one who really is the catalyst with that shot ability.
And win or lose, it'll be the last Beanpot for Aiden McDonough because he's a senior, along with the other seniors, of course, with their last opportunity to bring home a Beanpot championship. It'll be a fired-up crowd tonight at TD Garden for the Beanpot championship. Coming up, Meredith Gorman catches up with coaches on both sides when Prelude to a Championship returns.
Final seconds winding down. For the first time in 24 years, the Beanpot is covered in ivy. Harvard wins the 65th Beanpot Championship. 6-3, the final score over BU.
And that was Ted Donato's first Beanpot as a head coach of Harvard. He won as a player back in 1989. He's from Massachusetts. He played for the Bruins, so you know this tournament means a lot to him. And Meredith caught up with the Crimson head coach prior to puck drop.
Coach, Harvard has a chance to win their first Beanpot in 6 years tonight. What is the message heading into the team before this game?
Pretty simple. Just enjoy the opportunity. Try to take advantage of it. You know, it's a great honor to make it to the finals, and we want to take advantage of a very incredible opportunity.
Yeah, and what's the attitude been like with the guys in the locker room?
You know, it's been very upbeat. I think we had the game Friday against Dartmouth, and then you know, I think the guys are just really excited about the chance to play in the finals. We got a lot of local guys too, so you know, they're all excited, and you know, I think we're just at this point just want that game to start. So. And
Coach, you guys are going up against Northeastern for the first time in the history of the Beanpot. What will be the biggest challenge, and what details will you be focusing on most tonight?
Well, I think they have a really dangerous group of forwards, very young, talented defensive core, and their goalie's, you know, one of, if not the best goalie in the entire country. So certainly presents a challenge. I think we just got to play our game. We've seen them before, so we have a deep respect for how talented they are, and I think we feel that we can present some challenges and some issues for them as well.
Thanks, Coach. Good luck tonight.
All right, thanks a lot.
On the other side, Jerry Keefe won 3 Beanpot titles as an assistant coach. Now he's looking to win his first as head coach of Northeastern. He's a local guy too, born in Billerica. His dad, he says, took him to Beanpot games as a kid. Now he's looking to lead the Huskies to their 8th Beanpot title in school history, and Meredith caught up with him as well.
Coach, another shot at a Beanpot title. What are you telling the guys before this game?
You know what? Stay loose. There's plenty of time to get a little bit worked up, but before the game, just stay loose, enjoy it, have fun. Go out and really execute at the best level you can tonight.
Yeah, and does it feel like there's any sense of unfinished business with this group after losing in the final last year?
Yeah, for sure. You know what? Our seniors, they won one their freshman year, didn't play their second year because of COVID, and then last year lost a tough one. So it does mean something to them, but it means something to the whole group. We know it's important for our team and it's important for the school.
Yeah, and what will the most important key be to getting past this Harvard team?
Yeah, similar to what we did last week. We want to make sure we're checking really well tonight. We got to be good in the neutral zone. We want to manage the puck really well, establish our forecheck in our low game tonight.
All right, well, thanks, Coach. Good luck tonight.
All right, thanks for having me.
Senior captain Aidan McDonough opened up the scoring for Northeastern last week against BU, scoring his 18th goal of the year. He scored this past weekend and a big comeback win for the Huskies over Providence. His 19 goals are third in the nation. He is the active leader in career goals in all of college hockey and is looking to add a second Beanpot title to his resume. Meredith Gorman caught up with him a short time ago.
Aidan, you've got experience playing in these Beanpot games. What would a win tonight mean to you and this school?
Everything. I mean, means so much. I think, my freshman year, we were lucky enough to win one. Last year, we weren't. And I think as a senior to come back and be a leader and be a part of this historic program and great university for 4 years, it would mean a lot.
Yeah, and you talk about being a leader. What did you and the other leaders on the team tell these guys about what a win would mean to this school?
We didn't talk about that. We're going to take it shift by shift. I didn't want to get them too riled up and talk about what a win would be like. So I said, don't worry about the outcome. I'll talk a little bit more, but especially for warm-ups, I said, don't get too excited for warm-ups. You got to take it slow because you're going to lose all your energy in warm-ups. So
staying level-headed, I like it. Well, good luck tonight, Aidan.
Thank you, appreciate it.
Matt, your team showed some resiliency in that overtime win last week. What did that win show you about this team?
I think our group has a lot of confidence, a lot of perseverance. We've done a great job coming back late in games and holding leads later on in games. So I think it's just a testament to our confidence, and we got a lot of it coming in tonight.
Yeah, and I talked to a couple of the other guys on the team yesterday. They talked about balancing the nervousness and excitement of playing in the Beanpot final at TD Garden tonight. What's your mindset for this game?
I think if you're nervous, it's a good thing. I think, like I said, we got a lot of confidence. We got a really close group, so we're all just really excited, and we can't wait to get going.
Thanks, Matt. Good luck tonight.
Thank you.
We are just minutes away from the 70th Beanpot Championship. Harvard and Northeastern meeting for the first time in the final ever. TC, Billy Jaffe will be on the call for tonight's matchup. Here's what they have to say ahead of puck drop.
Well, as just about everybody knows by now, Harvard and Northeastern have never played in the final of the Beanpot.
I hadn't heard that.
You hadn't heard that? Glad you did all your prep. 70th tournament, they're going to face each other in the championship game for the first time. They haven't met on this stage, but they have met this season. January 1st at Bright Landry Center, an 8-4 win for Harvard. 12 goals between the teams. A reminder of just how potent these offenses can be.
A bit of a crazy game, and we'll talk about that later during our show. But you're right, both teams love their offense. They say that they understand that their offense starts from their defense, and I believe that. And I think whichever team in this game perhaps controls the neutral zone will probably be the team that ends up winning this game, because it'll slow down each other's speed going the other way. But they've got some high-end skill in both lineups.
Harvard's top lines, their top forwards, match up against anybody in the country.
Yeah.
Northeastern depth has been the big change of late. Really, over the last 6 weeks, their third and fourth lines have become dependable contributors offensively.
Yeah, I mean, look at McDonough, top guy, one of the best shooters, maybe the best shooter in the country. Ritzkovian's putting up big numbers, career-high numbers for him. But if you look at the third and fourth line, I mean, whether it's a guy like Hughes or Chapani had a couple of goals the other night. You got a bunch of guys with over 10 points on the third and fourth lines of Northeastern. And I do think that could be an advantage in this game, because Jerry Keefe will continually roll those guys.
For Harvard, what does it mean when someone like Merrick Hayduke scores 2 goals, including the overtime winner, had another one on Friday in their win over Dartmouth? Yeah. When you're getting that secondary scoring, what does that do for the Crimson?
Well, it relieves the pressure on the top guys. And they got some unbelievable top guys. Coronado, LaFerriere, I mean, and go on and on about them. But when you can get a third-line guy scoring huge goals, oh, man, does that make a big difference. And he's a youngster, so they're thinking that maybe he's taking that first-year turn-in-the-corner type vibe right now, given the fact that he has scored scored these goals in the last week.
2 top 20 teams, both of them with their sights on conference championships and deep runs in the NCAAs. It all begins with an opportunity to win a trophy tonight, the 70th Beanpot. Standing by, it's already history because of the matchup. Who knows what we'll see when they drop the puck, Adam.
Thank you, TC and Billy. As we take a look at the goaltenders in tonight's matchup, Mitchell Gibson, the senior, you see the numbers for him this season, and Devin Levi. We talked about both of these guys earlier. Senior Gibson talked about the fact that, look, the Beanpot has not gone our way since I've been here. Looking to change that. They have an opportunity to do it tonight, Razor. But again, you know, you have some potent scores for Northeastern. The guys were talking about, you know, some of the depth that they have scoring-wise, but everybody looks right at that top line with Ritzkovian, McDonough, and Cam Lund.
Well, and for Mitchell Gibson, it's the biggest game of his college career. He's played in NCAA regionals, but to be in the finals of the Beanpot, it's a big stage for this Washington Capitals senior draft pick, and it's important for him in this one game to settle nerves, play the puck early, move it, and get a real good touch early in this game. You know McDonough's going to be shooting the puck. You know Ritzkovian's going to the net. You know Struble, the defensemen, are going to be jumping in the rush. So as the goaltender, Mitchell Gibson just needs to settle in early, playing the biggest game of his career at this point.
Devin Levi playing in his first Beanpot. Didn't play last year because he was at the Olympics. He watched it on his phone while TJ Semptimphelter did his thing for Northeastern. Semptimphelter transferring to Arizona State. Levi now between the pipes in the final.
Yes, and again, we talked about this guy's a big game hunter, and this is another big one for him to continue his mythology here at Northeastern, what he's done in his career. Those numbers are just outstanding. Playing in his 60th NCAA game tonight. Look for him to be out in the top of his crease. He moves so fluidly. Not a lot of rebounds. Harvard's going to have to get pucks to the net. They're going to have to get bodies to the net. Try and take his eyes away. He's not the biggest goalie in the world, so if you can get some traffic and try and find some holes by being in front of him, causing havoc around him, that's a key for Harvard.
As you mentioned, Levi leading Hockey East in 6 different categories, so a tough test for Harvard.
Since 1952, Boston has been home to the Beanpot. But no matter what team hoists the trophy in a given year, it has really always belonged to the people.
My name is Alex Calgaro.
Paige Capistran.
Jared Schufelt. Thomas Kane. Steve Nasro.
Kevin Olansky.
Jordan Schufelt.
John Grizzlick.
I'm from Rye, New Hampshire.
Washington, D.C.
Lewiston, Maine.
Rockport, Massachusetts.
I'm a BU graduate, 1991.
Yeah, I've worked here at the Garden 54 years.
Beanpot is like the Stanley Cup of New England. Super excited to see it in person.
I went to a lot of Beanpots when I was younger, 16, 17 years old. Got to see some great players.
I went to it last year for the first time. So much different than a professional hockey game, just with all the schools up in their different sections. Really, really cool atmosphere.
I went from every Beanpot from my first grade to my senior year of high school. I used to watch it with my father and my little brother all the time, every year. So I thought they would think it was cool, especially since you let me hold it. Playing in it while I was at Harvard, or having my sons have a chance to play in it and coaching in it. The Beanpot means so many great things to me. To finally win the Beanpot and share that moment with my teammates, that's something that I'll never forget.
The bands, the students, the chants, the exciting hockey, that's one thing that has not changed.
So, for the 70th time,
Drop the puck.
Drop the puck. Drop the puck. Drop the puck.
Drop the puck.
Drop the puck.
goalie Devin Levi leads the Northeastern Huskies out of TD Garden, where Northeastern will play in the Beanpot Championship for the 5th straight year, but they have never faced the Harvard Crimson in the championship. Not just in those 5 years, ever. And they've been playing this thing since 1952. It is an historic matchup. Here on the second Monday of February, a garden party that has started early. Fans of both teams, just fans of hockey, descending on Causeway Street for the first time in 70 years. It is the Harvard Crimson and the Northeastern Huskies in the championship game of the Beanpot. The Beanpot runs on Duncan. Hello, everyone, and welcome up to the 9th floor. Tom Carrot along with Billy Jaffe. There's been some anticipation for this. You've got two teams that have never faced each other in the final, which is hard to imagine over 70 years.
Mind-boggling. It really is. Statistically speaking, somebody that maybe is a lot smarter than me and you that goes or went to those schools, figure it out. Tell us what the probabilities could or would be.
Something tells me they've got that figured out at Harvard. They probably already have a spreadsheet with all of that. Listen, these two teams come in here with a lot of offense.
Yep.
We mentioned the pregame show. 12 goals when they faced each other on New Year's Day. In a lot of ways, that was an important game for both teams, even though Harvard won that game 8-4.
No question about it. Both teams, both coaches looked at that game as, first of all, it's an intense matchup, two city schools, and it's getting off early on was Harvard. They got 3-0. Northeastern stormed back, though, made it tied 3-3, and then Harvard said, no, wait, this is our home rink. We're going to take it back to you, and they scored five more goals, and they end up winning 8-4. But to your point about the importance of that game, both coaches, both teams talked about how this game they looked at, and they went on, like Harvard went on a great run after that, and meanwhile they had lost a couple of games heading into that game, so it kind of helped turn their season around. Northeastern, meanwhile, they hadn't been winning. They go there and they hit a lot of good things that happened. We'll talk about that more during the game, but since then they go on and they go 6-1-1, and they took all the good stuff from that tilt and brought it and paid it forward, so to speak.
Yeah, we did that game at Fenway.
Yes.
They really looked at that. This is a big game. We need to get our season back on track, and they used that win over UConn to do that.
Yeah, because they did some good stuff in that game. There was a feeling that there was some turnovers, some giveaways that Harvard really, because they're so good offensively, capitalized on. But Jerry Keefe said we took the positive from that game and again catapulted, used that in our next game at Fenway.
All right, let's talk about experience here, because for all the talk about this being the first ever matchup between these two teams, they're two teams that have had a lot of success. Start with Northeastern. As I said, this is their 5th consecutive appearance in the Beanpot championship game. The days of they haven't won since the 80s are long gone now.
No question, and they had a three-peat, right? So there's a handful of guys, 7 to be exact, on this team, on this roster, that have won a Beanpot. And they've got some more experience, too, and a couple of grad players, and I think that's going to help them an awful lot here. Guys that have been through it. Meanwhile, on the Harvard bench, you got 7 seniors. You got those guys that are hungry. I mean, really hungry to win, and I think that kind of experience with 7 big guys can help them a lot, too.
They won the ECAC championship last year, beating Quinnipiac, a team they've had a lot of trouble with this year. But that was an important win. These guys have won. Both teams have been to the NCAAs. There is a lot of big game experience on these benches.
And they both have experienced tenders and goaltenders. And, you got a junior and a senior, and that's very important, the most important position.
All right, we're almost ready for hockey here. Meredith Gorman with us on ice level. Let's go down and check in. Meredith?
Yeah, guys, if you look at Northeastern head coach Jerry Keefe, he's wearing a credential around his neck, and that's no accident. He's been doing it since Northeastern won the Hockey East Championship back in 2016, so it's kind of become a superstition, if you guys will. TC?
Meredith, thanks very much. If it ain't broke, don't fix it, all right? You need that credential. You win with the credential, you wear the credential.
It's a fashion statement, too, right there. Who says that hockey people aren't superstitious? Never let one hockey person tell you. They'll say it's a routine. It's superstition.
Absolutely, 100%. I don't need a credential. I walk in with you. I get everywhere I need to go, right? The people at Media Dining open the door and say, Billy's usual seat, a seat with a view. We've got a great view for this one. The 70th Beanpot Championship game, and the crowd is here early, fired up early. Northeastern with the win over BU. Harvard beating BC in overtime. Let's go down to John Dolan, the PA announcer, for a special presentation.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Beanpot Committee is proud to welcome the 2023 Beanpot Hall of Fame inductees. This year, we have not one but 2 inductees from the same local Charlestown family, the Grizzlicks. Matt Grizzlick is a former Boston University men's ice hockey standout and 2015 Beanpot MVP who made 3 Beanpot appearances and is currently a defenseman on your Boston Bruins. His father, John Grislick, has been a member of the TD Gardens Bull Gang, the crew famous for flipping the ice to the parquet in record time for 55 years. Matt couldn't be here tonight because of his commitments to the Bruins, but please welcome Beanpot Hall of Famer Steve Nasro as he joins John Grislick and his wife Kathy to accept their awards into the Beanpot Hall of Fame. Ladies and gentlemen, congratulations, Matt and John Grislick. And now, ladies and gentlemen, please rise and remove your caps as we honor America and all who defend her with the singing of our national anthem. Presenting the colors is the Liberty Battalion of the Northeastern Army ROTC. And singing the Star-Spangled Banner tonight, Harvard junior Ryo Daniel.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets ran glad, the bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Ryo Daniel getting us started tonight and doing it in fine fashion. We are ready for the 70th Beanpot Championship game. They first played in 1952. It was the New England Invitation Hockey Tournament at the Boston Arena, now known better as Matthews Arena. It was the brainchild of Walter Brown, and the same four teams have been going at it ever since. Ted Donato hasn't coached in all of them, but he is now in his 19th year, the dean of these four coaches, looking for his 292nd career win tonight. Coached his team with his son playing to the 2017 Beanpot title. That was the school's first. Since 1993, he won one in 1989 as a player. Jerry Keefe on the other side, second year as head coach after 7 years as the associate head coach. So he was on the bench for the three-peat. Now trying to win one as the head coach. Last year was the Hockey East and New England Division I Coach of the Year after a 25-win season in the first ever Northeastern regular season. Hockey East title. You don't get this far without good goaltending, and we've got good goaltending tonight. Mitchell Gibson, the senior out of Phoenixville, Pennsylvania, playing in his 18th game of the season, had 45 saves Monday against Boston College, including 20 in the third period as Harvard won in overtime. And on the other side, Devin Levi, some say he might be the best goaltender in college hockey. We'll see him on display tonight. He has won 7 of his last 8 starts, had 54 saves Friday night. In a tie at Providence College, they got the extra Hockey East point with the shootout win. 26 saves in that 8-4 loss against Harvard back on January 1st. Those are the starting goaltenders presented by Dunkin'. The Beanpot runs on Dunkin', welcoming Dunkin' as the title sponsor of the Beanpot for the first time, a quintessential New England title sponsor for a quintessentially Boston event.
And a great crowd for this event already here. It has really energized, I think. You know, this Harvard team has had some great crowds at Bright Landry this year. Really, I think, reinvigorated their fan base. A lot of alum at this one. Northeastern, they always bring out the fans. Can't wait. Here we go.
The doghouse was here early. They are ready to go, as are we. Thanks for joining us tonight. Monday nights in February mean only one thing around here. It's the Beanpot, and the championship game is underway. Northeastern, the home team, wearing red tonight with the white and black trim, skating left to right as you look at it in the first. Harvard in the white with the crimson trim, skating right to left. Each of these teams getting wins on Friday night, although it was a shootout win for Northeastern against Providence College, goes in the books as a tie for purposes of NCAA, but in Hockey East, it was the extra point for the shootout win. Harvard, a dominant effort up at Dartmouth on Friday, a 6-3 win. And Harvard has the puck in the offensive zone. The shot from the point redirected as it came through. Loose behind the net. Back there in traffic, getting bumped off is Dorrington. The defenseman had a real good game on Monday against Boston College.
He and his partner McDonald were outstanding. McDonald, best defenseman on the ice in that game.
The freshman defenseman, top scoring defenseman out of Fairport, New York, had the empty net goal that iced it. That shot never came through. That's McDonald getting after it himself. He had 6 block shots on Monday against Boston University. 73 blocks overall in the season, second most in the nation. That's gloved down by Gibson, and he holds on. First whistle here.
All right, well, we're just talking about young defensemen for Northeastern. TC, how about senior defenseman Henry Thrun from the Southborough, Mass area, played with the U.S. program, an Anaheim pick. He got hurt last Monday. Couldn't finish the game. Sat on the bench, but couldn't finish the game. Kept him up for precautionary reasons the other night, but he's okay to go in this one. And it's a major factor for this Harvard team. He is going to be a guy that they can use an awful lot. He regularly plays upwards of 26 minutes a night.
He's their top scoring defenseman, one of the top scoring defensemen in the country. Levi had to be ready for that follow-up shot. Thrun with 23 points. That's 6th in the country by defense and scoring. Shot from the left side, deflected up into the netting. And as we approach the 2-minute mark, we get another whistle. Each side with 1 shot on net so far.
Yeah, nice little breakout by Northeastern, utilizing the D, jumping kind of up into the play a bit, supporting it, getting the puck then through the neutral zone. I mentioned it earlier just a couple of minutes ago, TC. Neutral zone, I mean, look, you can always say the neutral zone's important, but I really think in this game, as we take a look at how they're going to be getting up the ice here, I think this game, it could be a major, major factor for what Northeastern and for Harvard, because Harvard's speed through the neutral zone is excellent. Northeastern had a great neutral zone the other game last Monday.
Off the shot, a post on the outside as Sam Colangelo came away from the draw with a quick shot on net. Harvard dodges that bullet and then gets the puck out to center ice. Drakulik sends it in from center ice. Didn't see him last week. Ryan Drakulik, 6'6", 208 pounds, out of Westlake, Texas. And Waterloo, the USHL. The offside call, bring it back out there.
All right, let's go back to that face-off that Colangelo is able to get the puck on. Little face-off win by 21 to Mellis. A little switch of the wings. Colangelo brings it out just away from the defender, just enough for Merrick Hayduk, and is able to snipe it. And he goes on that blocker side. Gibson reacted after it was past him there. That was about 2 inches to the other side. Northeastern has a 1-0 lead.
Remember last week, Harvard scored early on in the first minute of play against Boston College. Jack Barr thought he had the goal, but it was waved off. Too many men on the ice. No scoring here in the first 2.5 minutes as Northeastern tries to gain possession of the offensive zone, but it is cleared away by Willem DeVoe. Back up to Williams on the right side for Northeastern. Williams working wide, poked off his stick by Thrun. Williams back after it, gets it up top to the point. The shot comes in from Hunter McDonald. It was blocked, but taken down deep by Ryan Healy, the first-year defenseman out of Hull, Mass. Sends it in wide, and icing will be the call. Just missed going through the crease. You talk about things that have happened since the first Beanpot final and the first ever meeting between Harvard and Northeastern. Well, you go back to 55. You remember this one, Billy? Billy Cleary scored 4 goals in 1 period. 3 times we've had 5 goals from a single player. We've had a triple overtime game, 5 double overtime games, 5-time teams winning in overtime in the semis and the finals. Color TV was invented. We've had a lot happen since the Beanpot first created. Again, as we said it earlier, it was originally started at Matthews Arena. It would be until the 60s until they settled in on these first 2 Mondays of February, and that's part of the mystique of this event. It's not your usual Friday, Saturday, or Saturday, Sunday tournament. You got to wait a week for the final, and you got to play another game in between, as both of these teams did. Scrum forms to the left of Levi. Shot comes from Joe Miller, the top-scoring freshman for Harvard. Had a goal Friday in the win. He's a team best plus 20 on the season, having a great year.
Yeah, puck is pushed in. Miller stays above it, and they got 2 Harvard Crimson down low. Farrell's going to find the puck right there, and the quick release. You know, you notice here he doesn't handle the puck whatsoever. Great lesson for the kids out there. You don't have to handle the puck extra. Just get it, move it quickly. Miller in that mid-slot area. Doesn't get a great shot off there, but he does have a good release.
ECAC Rookie of the Month for January. Had a big night against Northeastern in that game on the first 2 goals and an assist in the 8-4 win. Here's a long shot from Jack Barr. Never made it through. Harvard pressuring here in the early going, approaching the 4-minute mark as Northeastern brings it back out the other way. That pass just out of the reach of Jack Hughes. Good forecheck here. Huskies come away with it down low. Knocked off the puck, taken there by Jack Barr. He'll settle down. He had a goal on opening night. His first career goal came at Dartmouth. He hasn't scored since. Thought he had that second goal again in the first minute last Monday, but it was disallowed. Shot fired in from Baker Shore. Senior out of Englewood, Colorado. Getting after it on the left side. The battle for it comes back to Langenbrunner. He's got a retreat here, Mason Langenbrunner. Gets the pass up ahead off the stick of Drakulik. Goes in and uses his big frame to lay the hit, but Colangelo gets it started the other way. Chupani tried to drop it back on the left side. Broken up and back the other way now. Fontaine back to help out. Glove save Levi, and he gets the whistle. 5:04 gone. We're scoreless.
Nice quick up by Harvard. Harvard really likes to move the puck north. They don't look to go east-west much. Excellent play by the youngster, the first-year player, Mason Langenbrunner. He just gets it, uses his long reach, motors right into the play, too. Impressive footwork there, getting up. But that's exactly what Harvard likes. Look, all you got to do is go to that goal that Hayduk won in overtime. You know, the stretch pass up the ice. They love going north with it quickly. Again, something Northeastern is going to have to be aware of.
Vinny Borghese got that started by changing directions. They get it up ahead on the right side. Chupani getting after it. Williams there to help out as well. Jack Williams has an assist in each of the last 2 games. Tried to flip that one out, but it was well read and taken away by DeVoe.
Williams is part of those.
Got through everybody.
Sorry, TC. He's part of those depth players. You know, 15 points on the so-called fourth line. Not bad for a first-year player.
Williams took the hit, Got the pass in ahead. Ian Moore, first Crimson skater back after it, had 2 assists Monday in the win over Boston College. Puck taken down into the corner. Matthew Coronado, 5 goals and 2 assists in the last 5 games, including 2 in the win Monday. Farrell gains the line, plays it ahead for Coronado. Coronado tried to fire that shot away. Coronado has game-winning goals in 5 of Harvard's last 6 wins. So he doesn't only score a lot, but he scores when the team needs those goals the most.
And he's got a great shot. I mean, the sophomore out of Greenlawn, New York, can really rip it with those 16 goals. He's the guy, he's never going to hesitate, never. You know, when he gets it into that area, and rightfully so. I mean, he's got a great release, too. Calgary draft pick.
Off the face-off, Ritzkovian from his knees, able to get it in deep, and Harvard gets control. Here comes Justin Ritzkovian. He's got a 3-game point streak going to this one. Had an assist Monday in the win over Boston University. Ritzkovian got a piece of it, battling there. Farrell's able to get it out to center ice. Back here on the near side, Dorrington banks it off the boards and plays it in. Jack Barr gets back for Harvard. Swept aside now by Ryan Healy. The freshman defenseman got it up to center ice. LaFerrier had a piece of it. Taken back by Dorrington. Nifty little pass there for Lund, who turns and gets it up the ice. Into the zone here. Ritzkovian pulls up. McDonough feeds it across to the far side. Jack Hughes taking it from his brother Ryan Hughes. Borghese steps in. Puck behind the net. Taken there by Yakov Novak. Borghese wide as they cycle on the right side. Loose puck. Novak giving chase. Feathers it to the point. That's deflected up into the netting. And with 12:30 remaining, we'll get a timeout. No score here in the early going as these two teams start to feel each other out in the Beanpot Championship.
Okay, initiate physically, use our speed to get on guys offensively, okay, and end plays defensively. All right, turn pucks over. All right, let's angle and finish guys on the back check. Talk defensively. When it's time to play defense, be comfortable. Be comfortable defending, okay? People and pucks to the net, right? Lots of traffic. Take the puck to the net on this guy from the goal line, all right? Manage the puck. Use the glass when there's no play. 3 words we use all the time, right? Grit, perseverance, team first. Let's go get them. Come on.
Ted Donato won one of these as a player. Coached his team to a win with his son on the team.
Yeah.
Special moment for him. Now trying to get his team back in the winner's circle tonight. 10 times over the 69 years of the Beanpot. One of these 4 schools has won the national championship. Each time that team has won the Beanpot first. Win in February, good things can happen in March and April. Lose and you've got to dust off the residue of a tough loss in an important game and move on with your season with not a lot of season left. Here's Thrawn at the point. Plays it down along and they battle for it there. Baker Shore turns away from traffic. Keeps it alive. Northeastern takes control away. 8 minutes gone here in the first. Sam Colangelo, a little drop pass here near side. Gunnar Will Fontaine trying to get around Thrun. Gets stapled to the glass. Harvard takes the puck.
Another really nice breakout. Patient defenseman Reed right up to the middle center area.
Here comes Harvard. Shore wheeling over to the far side. He had Hayduk in there. Nice play to keep it in by Langenbrunner. Shot from O'Coin. Puck out in front, and it just rolled away from Hayduk at the last minute. Well, if you're watching on the NHL Network, right, you're hearing some names you've heard before. Langenbrunner, O'Coin, Hayduk, all out on the ice. 4 sons of NHL players on this Harvard squad. Another nephew and a big hit from behind. Crowd wanted the call, didn't get it. Another hit there, and they play on.
Austin Wong throwing his body around in the corner.
Battle for the puck comes behind the net. DeVoe tied up, couldn't get free. Harvard gets it back to the point. There's O'Coin, big wrist shot. Back out to Chupani. He'll bank it off the glass, and the Huskies will change up on the fly.
That's exactly what Teddy Donato, head coach of Harvard, wants from his fourth line. Get it in, work, play the body, get the cycle going if you can. These are important shifts for this Harvard team that as the game goes on will start, shortening the bench. They'll start playing their top 6, especially their top 9, and whittling it down more and more.
There's Ian Moore. Started the season with a 4-game assist streak, and assisted each of those first 4 games, really setting the tone for Harvard this season. They battle there, Northeastern, have to come away with it. Borghese, right side, plays it down low, stuff attempt, save made, rebound loose for the moment. Harvard gets there, settles things down, and gets it away to Sean Farrell. Farrell taking it on the far side. He assisted on the overtime winner last Monday. Shot from a tough angle, but he got it on net. A tester there. Here's Thrun. Tries to get it over to the far side. It was blocked, taken back behind the net by Coronado. He played it out front. It was broken up. Farrell turns away. Backhander. Levi with the save. Beyond midway point of the first period, action picking up here. McDonough on the far side. Gets it up to the blue line, but not out. Thrun had it there. Second effort. Ritzkovian clears. Here's LaFerriere. In the offensive zone, he takes it around behind the net, circling there. Skates it to the far point. Turns and fires it. Redirected as it came through. Levi got a piece of it.
Farinacci in front of the net, just couldn't get enough of it.
Kept in here. Thrun fires one. It was redirected wide. As you said, grew up in Southborough, about 20 miles west on the Pike. Loved the Beanpot as a kid. Played in the driveway, street hockey, dreaming of playing for the Beanpot title. Now he gets his chance. Back after coming out of the game with an injury Monday, didn't play Friday. Northeastern carried up the ice. Riley Hughes avoids the hit from Thrun. Both stay up on their skates. Sedum gets the pass away to space now. A little dangle. Lost it at the last moment. Hayduk had his sights set for the net. 8.5 remaining in the first period. Dorrington all the way to the offensive zone. Gibson makes the save, and he holds on tight. End-to-end action with the crowd coming to life in the first period of the Beanpot Championship.
Last week we talked about the same thing. We're going to make some mistakes tonight. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. We're going to be there for each other the whole night. We're going to keep playing for each other, picking each other up. Okay, there's going to be some ebbs and flows. Doesn't matter. We stay together the entire 60 minutes tonight. Okay, we stay together. We need a good start. We need to be smart out there tonight. First 5 minutes, keep the game simple. Keep it simple. Get our legs into it. Get a bump. Play on our toes. Then we start rolling. All right, Lundy, here we go. Stay together all night.
Team first, baby. That's what it's about. That's what it's always about, right? And how you handle the ups and downs, the adversity that comes your way, which inevitably it's going to happen in a game, is so paramount. And, especially in an emotional event, a Beanpot final like this, you cannot allow one bad little thing, which is just part of hockey, right? Competitive hockey, it's going to happen. What did Forrest Gump say? I won't say it. It happens, though, right?
It does happen.
It happens. So you just got to deal with it.
There's a turnover, and there's a good opportunity. Colangelo fired one on net. He's feeling it early.
Well, he is. And last week we talked about how he's starting to play some of the best hockey of his season. Colangelo's going to be able to get above the puck. Good pressure right here. He's going to come to the middle ice area, and again, just extends it away from the defender, from the opponent, just enough there to be able to, that's Ryan Healy, just to get the shot off. But Colangelo looks to be having his skating legs and his shooting hands in this one so far.
He's got it here. Sam Colangelo from Stoneham, Mass, right up the road. Gets it back to the point. Spot into a crowd. It was blocked. Spot steps up and gets it back. Banks it to the corner. Taken behind the net there. Ian Moore for Harvard gets it up, but not out. Fired back in. Harvard was in the midst of a change, or Northeastern rather, changing up. Harvard started to change, but had to get back in and play some defense. Now they'll finish up their change. Adam Peller and Andrew Raycroft manning our studio. We'll check in with them momentarily. Meantime, here's Williams for Northeastern. Chips it ahead, gets after it himself. Jack Barr knocks him off the puck. Aucoin plays it away and Harvard controls. Near side, Barr flips it just beyond Bushler on the left side. Jeremy Bushler to St. Laurent, Quebec. Up ahead far side, Justin Ritzkovian gets it started. Ritzkovian has more face-off wins than any other skater in the country. Such an important tool in big games like this. Into the offensive zone, here's Coronado, a little spin, gets it over, quick passing as that was broken up on the far side. McDonald got there, beg your pardon, McDonough. Aiden McDonough with his 19 goals, third most in the nation.
Farrell, I think, looking for that ultimate perfect play. Maybe wants to consider shooting that one, considering how good of a shooter he is, too.
Whistle will bring that back out. 6:41 remaining in the first.
You know, you mentioned a moment ago Tyler Spott there. He's one of 3 senior defensemen for Jerry Keefe's squad. And I asked Jerry about, you know, matchups, considering they're the home team in this game, and obviously the top 6 for Harvard are so darn good offensively. And he said, look, the fact that we've got guys like Bushler and Tyler Spott and Struble, he says, you know, I feel very confident with my top 6. Yeah, I've got 3 freshmen, and I love them. But the fact I got 3 seniors, and he specifically mentioned, again, Tyler Spott, because I think he can play against anybody. He said that gives us a lot of confidence.
Spott's dad, Steve, of course, a coach at Dallas, played at Colgate, and went to the national championship. They were beaten by Wisconsin. Great college hockey player in his day, and his son carrying on that legacy now at Northeastern. Harvard out shooting the Huskies 9-6. As Northeastern brings it up, dumped in here by Michael Outzen. Outzen didn't play last week, back in the lineup out of Lone Tree, Colorado. Dump back in after the hit. Outzen will come off to finish his shift as Mason Langenbrunner gets after it. There's his father, Jamie Langenbrunner, such a great NHL player, 2-time Cup champ. Shot comes in. Levi gloves it cleanly. We'll take a break. Still no score, but plenty of action here in the Beanpot Championship game. These 2 teams going at it for the second time this season.
Good first period so far. A lot of up and down. I think both teams have managed the puck pretty well. Used their breakouts well, too. Have accomplished some of the things they've wanted. I've seen something from Northeastern, too, and blocking a lot of shots. 7 blocks already, 4 for Harvard. You know, willing to pay the price, doing the little things, but you know, you've seen some goodness coming from each squad. We've seen the Colangelo chances. We've seen Harvard take the puck kind of from the outside quickly to the middle of the ice, something they like to do. They don't so much crash the net as they almost dare you to come at them again with their speed and their skill, and then they move it to the inside.
Yakov Novak read that well, got his stick in the fray of the pass, but it came up and out of play. Northeastern blocked 21 shots Monday in that 3-1 win over Boston University.
And their neutral zone, talking to Jerry Keefe about that earlier today, TC, was the best that it has been all season against BU, which it has to be considering how high-flying the Terriers are usually when they're playing.
Remember going into that game at Fenway, the outdoor game, he told us his team was fragile.
Yeah.
Right, because they had started so well. Preseason #1 pick in hockey, 6-1-1 out of the gate. But then they had injuries to some of their key defensemen, Spott, Struble, Bushler, all missing time, and they lost 6 out of 7 games.
Yeah. You know what? That's a tough word. That's a tough word to use when you're referring to a sports team. You know, maybe the only worse word is soft when you're talking about a team. But he just said we are. He admitted it. When I say he embraced it, he says we got to understand it, and we're going to deal with it. And they have, to their credit.
And those big wins are important, right? Winning at Fenway, winning the first game of the Beanpot against a highly ranked BU team. Able to get a stick on it and break that up there. They dodge a 3-on-2 as Harvard had it set up. Borghese cross corner dump in as they change up on the fly here. Bushler, just talked about him. He drops it back for Cam Lund. Lund hit off the puck. Top scoring freshman out of Bridgewater, Mass. in Green Bay, the USHL. Puck battled for at neutral ice, taken by Lund near side. Into the offensive zone now. Lund has it knocked off his stick, gets back after it, but not before it's taken by Drakulik. Ritzkovian send it back in, settle things down. 4.5 remaining here in the first period of play. Puck taken by Drakulik now. Drakulik's only played in 4 games for Harvard this season. He's got 2 goals.
Yeah.
That'll be an icing call.
Yeah, you mentioned Drakulik, 6'6", 208, originally out of Westlake, Texas. Still, even though he's a junior, still kind of figure out what he is, but he's a big guy and he can put the puck in the net.
Time now for our Alcu player resume. Alcu, have fun working hard. Devin Levi, already the all-time shutout leader in Northeastern history, and they've had some great goaltenders come through Huntington Ave over the years. 14 shutouts and counting for Levi, who missed a good chunk of time last year playing for the Olympic team. Kept in there and fired by Thrun. Into the right corner. Dorrington, nice job turning back against the grain. Tries to get the pass away. Picked off there in traffic. Sent over the crossbar. As Coronado tried to turn that defense into offense. Battling for it here down in the corner. Farrell digs it out. Dorrington turns him to the wall. They battle in the corner now. 3.5 minutes remaining. Shot from the point. Blocked. Coronado gets after it. Turns and fires it wide. Thrown at the point. That was off a skate, I think, of Lund, but Levi was ready for it. Dorrington. Good forecheck here by Harvard. Northeastern has to get it out to the other side to bring it out of the zone.
See the quickness and also the reads of Devin Levi on that save from Thrun. He's looking through traffic just a bit. Nice and patient in his net, and then real good quickness with the legs to make that save.
Fired in, and Colangelo giving chase. They get the pass away to Gaffney. Alex Gaffney, the sophomore out of West Orange, New Jersey, sends it in on the left side. Had a career high 4 points, a goal and 3 assists in that New Year's Day game against Northeastern. Long pass here and an opportunity for Northeastern. Colangelo follows up the initial shot. Comes up along the far boards, loose for the moment. Taken back by Jack Barr. Harvard skates it out. Barr runs into traffic, help behind him as Moore stepped up. Hayduk got a piece of it. Did a pretty good impersonation of his father in overtime against Boston College Monday night. His overtime goal with 1.5 seconds remaining, getting Harvard the win. In the championship game now for the first time since they won it back in 2017. Loose puck here. Harvard trying to come away with it. Colangelo has it for Northeastern. He clears it out with under 2 minutes remaining, settled down there by Langenbrunner. One of 3 Bruins draft picks, or actually 5 all told that we saw in the Beanpot going back to last week. The 4 schools. Williams couldn't quite accept the pass, broken up before it could get to Farrell. Now Williams wheeling into the offensive zone with Chupani. Williams centers it.
Good defense.
Yeah, Langenbrunner knocked him down before the pass could be controlled. Here's Williams. He gloves it down, looking for help. No one there. Cleared away to center ice.
And he felt that, he must have looked to his left and thought that he had somebody coming. It was all Harvard, though.
Shot from Chupani. Tough angle, but Gibson there to make the save. Final minute of play here in the first period. Henry Thrun now going over to the far side, settles it back down. Coronado starts out for Harvard. Drops it back for Langenberg. Both teams taking the opportunity to change up here as Harvard looks up the ice. Thrun gets the pass ahead. Flipped in by Miller. Coronado gives chase. Hunter McDonald takes it for Northeastern, gets it up ahead out of the reach of Riley Hughes. No icing, though, as it's taken by Moore behind his own net. Banked out to center. Gaffney wheels it in. Into the zone. Gaffney trying to work wide around Bushler. Over there to help is Novak, and he gets it away to center ice. Collision there in front of the penalty box. Final seconds winding down. Puck still at their feet, and that will do it in a well-played first period. Scoreless, but good action.
good action. I think both teams are going to say, okay, guys, let's build off this. The way that we moved the puck, some of the chances that we had, Harvard had 5 more shots, unofficially speaking, in this first period than Northeastern did. I thought that they got pucks high middle slot area. Northeastern had a couple of right around the net, but again, otherwise I think both are going to say we did a lot of good in that period. Now let's take it into the second and build off of it.
A lot of energy here at TD Garden, but what do you expect on the second Monday of February? We are scoreless. Harvard and Northeastern play on, but up next, Adam Bellerin and Andrew Raycroft take it away. Well, no score here after one period of play. Last Monday, Northeastern beating Boston University 3-1. That coming after one of the great thrillers in the history of this tournament, a 4-3 overtime win for Harvard over Boston College that put the Crimson back in the final for the first time in 6 years. Unbelievable. Time now for the Dunkin' Winter Warriors profile. Built for the Warriors of Winter, Dunkin' Iced Coffee is here all season long. Go Dunkin' Iced or go home. America runs on Dunkin'. 6 overtime wins on the season for Harvard, tied with UConn for the most UNH. The only other team in the country with more than 15 teams tied with 3. That speaks well to a team, though. You learn to win those games. They've outscored their opponents by a 2-1 margin in the third period.
Yeah, that to me is the most impressive thing. You know, that means you're physically and mentally in shape. You know, you don't, the mind controls the body, right? And you don't get rattled. You understand in the third period it's winning time, and you go out and you take it to the opponent. And that's also a part of the whole game process too. Keep continuing to do the same thing. Wear your opponent down and then pounce on them in the third.
All right, we swap sides. Northeastern, the home team, in the red with the white-black trim. Harvard wearing the white sweaters with the crimson trim. They skate left to right. Northeastern right to left. They swap sides. Clean sheet, we're ready to go. McDonough with a quick pass, gets on the rebound, just couldn't bury the shot as the bouncing puck misfired off his stick. Great opportunity in the first seconds of this second period. Still scoreless as Joe Miller takes it in for Harvard now. Aiden McDonough, his 19 goals, his third most in the nation. Came very close to a 20th there. Coronado, nifty little cut back into the offensive zone, braces for the hit and gets it in deep. Sean Farrell in the corner, they battle. They get it back to Thrun, working it around now. Barr has it blocked. McDonough went down, paid the price, comes off the ice.
And that's a constant theme for this team. They had 8 blocks in the first, so make it 9 right now. And a lot of forwards getting involved, in particular the centers, because they're in the middle of the ice, and Jerry Keefe has them playing low, helping protect the middle.
LaFerrier down in the corner looking for Farinacci. Bouncing puck just eludes Farinacci as he got to it. Dorrington plays it up. Colangelo drops it and gets it back. Colangelo on the right side fires it to the left, and the shot from Gunnar Fontaine goes high. Rebound kept in by Dorrington. Fontaine on the rebound, scores! Just like that, Gunnar Fontaine with his 8th of the season, and the Huskies take a 1-0 lead.
Last year, Gunnar Fontaine had 25 points on the season. With this goal, he has 25 points this year as he continues to mature as a player. Nice cross-ice pass. The first shot from Fontaine, high high and very wide, but recovery by the point man. Colangelo then puts it into an area for a couple of Northeastern players to get a whack at it. This is a punch, a shot with purpose, just looking for a tip, any kind of a redirection, and gets a rebound. Gunnar Wolf Fontaine is able to find the puck, and the net is empty as the goaltender Gibson had just leaned a little to his left, his glove side. Fontaine was there to hammer it in.
Second career Beanpot goal for Gunnar Wolf Fontaine, and the Huskies are on the board first after a scoreless first period. Northeastern 12-2-3 on the season. 12 wins, 2 losses, 3 ties. When they score the first point. You're welcome. As the puck comes back.
So much for talkback.
Hold the button down, Billy.
It's been a
2
long
minutes
day already.
in. And let's, in full disclosure for a minute, you don't just talk the talk, you walk the walk. You flew back from Quebec, where you're coaching your son and your youth team, and you made it back here, and you're going to go back up to Quebec tomorrow. So a stick tap to you for all you do in the hockey.
All hockey all the time. Still means I should be able to use talkback.
I'm not sure you would have done that even if you'd been here for the past 2 weeks. So we set the bar pretty low. Puck up ahead on the far side. Big goal there for Northeastern. Harvard, by the way, has won all 8 of its games when scoring first. So the Huskies know if you can avoid falling behind, you'll be in good shape against Harvard. And here, a penalty coming up. First penalty of the game. And it's going to be against Northeastern. So Harvard down a goal. Going to go up a man with a chance to tie this game.
I think it was Tresca for Harvard who was going into the corner, and then it was at Riley Hughes, beg your pardon, spot 18, not 19. Yeah, he catches him, and it's not 7, it's 27. It's Austin Wong. Remember, Wong was physical in the first period. A couple of shifts he had in the corner. Here he just tried to get to the puck and spot a little bit too much into that low back area. Gets called.
So the power play set up in the offensive zone here for Harvard. Pass was kind of redirected dangerously near the net. Kept in on the right side by Ian Moore. Coronado on the left. Up top for Moore. Farrell near side. Back spot. Gets after it, but couldn't clear. Now it's kept up, spot in the box rather. As it's on the far side, Harvard with a power play opportunity. They had a power play goal Friday in the win against Providence College. Bouncing puck shot, score from the left side. Quick passing comes to Coronado, and the sophomore gets his 17th of the year to tie this game up at 1.
We talked about the great shot that Coronado has, his 17th goal of the season, the result of excellent puck movement, lateral, east to west, breaking down the penalty kill for Northeastern. DeMellis is going to be in the middle there, C21. Coronado is going to get himself to the middle as well, but it's wide open there. Great pass from Sean Farrell. The touch pass, puck comes in the, we'll call it the point, but it's more a little bit lower than that. Touch pass through the seam over to Coronado. And the movement of Levi that he's got to do going side to side, he can't square up, get big and block it. And Coronado ties this game up quickly after Northeastern had taken the lead.
A minute 32 is how long Northeastern had the lead. The quick response on the power play. Harvard's power play 10th best in the country, but now Northeastern looking to respond on their own here. Williams had that shot. Deflected high, stayed in play, comes loose to the left of Gibson. Net got upended, but stayed on its moorings. Northeastern, with Bushler on the far side, fires it in, covered up by Gibson. Farrell and Moore will assist on the Coronado power play goal at 2:59, and we're tied up at 1.
Boy, Farrell's had a couple of nice passes in this game, hasn't he? He had the one opportunity in the first, too, that we thought he should shoot, and he looked to make the pass. 28th assist on the season for him. So obviously, I want to say a pass-first guy because of the 14 goals also to his name, but he is very adept at making that pass, and I just loved how quick he knew where he wanted to go with it right away, and the seam was open for him there.
1-1 our score after a scoreless first period. Whistle blown there as everyone collided. The Fontaine goal, by the way, earlier, his 8th. Colangelo and Dorrington assisting. You love the way Dorrington's played here over the last few games.
Well, I have, and I'm not the only one. And other hockey people, too, have talked to said that the 6'2", 200-pound defenseman out of North Reading, Mass, really impressive. He makes a pair with another big guy, another freshman big guy, Hunter McDonald, 6'4", 215 pounds. For big guys, they move real well, and they're very confident for young players.
And the ability of those two guys, as they've improved, allows them to play Struble and Bushler together. You've got two guys who have seen it all, right? You can put them out there together when needed. Lund tried a quick shot there, and it was broken up. Spot jumps up after it. Farinacci coming in. Nifty little move as Farinacci tried to bring it up to the doorstep and was knocked away at the last moment. Kept it down low. Langenbrunner off the skate. Couldn't keep it in the zone. Now Farrell. Working wide. Gets it over to Miller near side. Farinacci trying to give chase. John Hughes behind the net takes the hit and gets it away to McDonough. Aiden McDonough. Up ahead, he'll come off the ice now. Lund giving chase. O'Coin lost the stick, gets after it as LaFerrier skates it out. LaFerrier wide to the right, goes in with Tresca. Tresca coming over to help out. Taken back out by the Huskies. Colangelo and O'Coin race for the puck. O'Coin able to flip it high out to center ice. That'd be an infield fly rule if there's anybody on base, but we won't get ahead of ourselves.
Not till tomorrow.
I know you were waiting for the first baseball mention of the night. Puck over to the near side. Williams had it blocked. First workout for the Red Sox Wednesday. We'll be down there tomorrow getting things started. Jemai Webster got our coverage underway tonight with Will Middlebrooks as that puck was sent in from the left side. 1-1 the score here. It was scoreless after one, and then we had a goal from each side, 1 minute and 32 seconds apart. Fontaine to the far side. Colangelo tries to get it back to him. Jack Barr read it for the Crimson, and we've got a whistle back up off the ice.
Offside.
Viva Tequila Seltzer is the official hard seltzer of the Beanpot on NESN, the #1 hard seltzer in the world. Ditch the malt. Add tequila. Take a look at Ian Moore. 2 assists, as we said on Monday. The sophomore to Concord, Mass, and the Chicago Steel was an all-rookie selection in ECAC and Ivy League hockey last year.
One of the 5 right-shot defensemen in the lineup out of the 7D dress for Ted Donato's squad.
Had a goal and an assist on the overtime winner against Quinnipiac in the ECAC championship game last year as a freshman. He's a top-scoring defenseman in New England prep school play when he prepped at St. Mark's in Southborough. DeMellis in for Northeastern, able to get it back along the wall. Hughes dug it out, and the shot came from McDonald. And we've got a save down there by Gibson. We'll take a timeout. Each team with a goal to celebrate. Northeastern took that 1-0 lead before Harvard tied it up on the power play. Stevens dangles back, brings it down to the doorstep, and he scores! Men scores! Adam Gaudette with the hat-trick goal! Somehow that didn't go in. Topping his Harris again, his wrister scores! Back-to-back champs for the Huskies! Time to look back, presented by Northeastern University, the leader in experiential learning and an engine for global impact with 14 campuses across the world. Northeastern with the three-peat, taking the Beanpot in 2018, 19, and 20. Didn't have a Beanpot in 2021. Maybe you heard about the situation. Came back last year, made it to the final. It was scoreless into the final 3 minutes of play. 1-0 Boston University ended their hopes of 4 consecutive titles. Chance here to make it 4 out of 5, though. They'll take that as the shot from the point from Harvard here got blocked. Never made it through to Levi. Puck loose. And they battle for behind the net. Borghese tries to send it around. Thrun is there, taken back by Chupani. Here's McDonough leading the charge. Borghese joined the rush. McDonough looks for Ritzkovian. Takes it down low. Shot, save, Gibson, no rebound.
4 shots in the game now for Ritzkovian. He's going to follow this up after Aiden McDonough as accelerates through the neutral zone. McDonough's going to shield the puck, but a real good, nice read coming up right there by Ritzkovian to support the play to get on the inside of Coronado. Not waiting on the outside. He skates towards the puck. And when he gets to it, just does a quick little backhand chance that Gibson's got to make a good, smart save on. Beg your pardon, a forehand chance as he was able to kind of dart to the middle. Gibson with a nice square save on that one, TC.
Ryan Seedham, the senior defenseman out of Madison, New Jersey. 2 assists against the Huskies back on New Year's Day. LaFerrier around behind the net looking for Farinacci. Instead, it's back for Seedham. Seedham shot blocked, and he gets back after it. Plays it along looking for Gaffney. Instead, it's Colangelo who leaves it back in the corner. Harvard will forecheck as Northeastern regroups. Long pass got through everybody, and the icing call there. Mention the name John Farinacci, the senior for Harvard, has meant so much to this team. Missed the first half of the season and then some, but since his return, he has ignited Ted Donato's groups. This is his 10th game since coming back from the injury. 7 wins, 2 losses since they got him back. And we talked earlier about the depth of Harvard. Getting him back really solidifies the top 2 lines and allows you to start getting more maybe from that third.
No question about it. And, you know, again, you talk about senior guy who's been through it all, but just another highly skilled player, especially at moving the puck.
Harvard trying to set up something in the offensive zone here. Good job by DeVoe to get after it. Leaves it there for Wong. Wong behind the net. Help from Tresca, gets it back to Barr. Jack Barr, another blocked shot. Fontaine made the block. Now he battles for the puck as the Huskies just get it out of the zone. 8 minutes gone here in the second period. That pass goes all the way in. Huskies wanted an icing, didn't get it. Instead, they have to play it out to center. Struble, long pass up ahead. John Hughes going in, battling with O'Coin. Trikulik played it up ahead. It was broken up. And now it's taken by McDonald. Rink-wide pass. They pass their way up the ice, but the last pass just out of the reach of Riley Hughes, as it comes to Hayduk. He plays it away to Shore. Baker Shore on the far side. Lost it for the moment. Drkulik with a nice pass there. Hayduk had that one blocked up into the netting off the stick of Hunter McDonald.
Just another block for Northeastern.
Stream live Bruins, Red Sox, and your favorite New England college games all year long. Download the NESN 360 app to get live action from your favorite teams, highlights, game recaps, and more. Log into the app with your direct account or authenticate with your TV provider and start streaming now. .11:14 time remaining here in the second period. Each team with a goal here in this second period. Harvard with the puck in the offensive zone. Seedham fires it on net. Save made, rebound loose. Score! Coronado buries it. And Harvard takes its first lead of the game. Coronado, his second goal of the night, his 4th of this Beanpot.
This starts with a face-off win. Coronado's going to get to the front of the net after Levi doesn't know where the puck is after the shot comes. It's Seedham from the point. There's the face-off win. Farrell over to the one side. Here's Seedham. Gets it all the way through. And you could tell that, you know, the way that Levi reacted to the first shot, TC, watch him kind of punch at it a little bit here. And now he looks to his right. He realizes it's to his left, and he cannot get to the seal quickly enough. Coronado diving in. Makes it a 2-1 Harvard lead from start to finish, though. That line was on.
Now McDonough trying to get the response here. Shot from a long way out. Thrun went down, made the block. Farinacci played it up ahead. Now Thrun for Sedum. LaFerrier in traffic. Long chip goes out of play. And it'll come back into the offensive zone. They will stay back out on the ice. Take another look at Coronado.
Yeah, let's slow it down here. It doesn't look like there's any screen. Does it maybe just goes off? Actually, you know what? It goes off his blocker. He thinks it's going to his right. That's what it is, TC. Maybe we'll roll it one more time. The first time I didn't catch it, I thought it hit off a defender first, but it actually hits off his blocker. Then it hits off a defender in front and jumps to his left. And therefore, that's why he's looking over to his right. It isn't that he didn't see it. It's that he felt the puck had already gone to the other side, and in the last second, he realized it was almost a helpless feeling, I'm guessing, because it was back to his glove side there.
Sedum and Thrun assisting on Coronado's second of the game and 18th of the year. And as we approach the midway point of regulation here in the second period, Harvard holding a 1-goal lead. Baker Shore looking to add to it. Down around the left side, battle for it there. Dorrington knocked off the puck. Colangelo in to help for the Huskies. Pass intended for Fontaine. Well read by DeVoe, who picked it off. Now Fontaine gets back. Passing comes back to the near side. McDonald dumps it in as DeVoe lays the body. Puck off the stick of Austin Wong here on the near side. Huskies getting back. Quick passing. Riley Hughes getting it to Spot. Carries it all the way to the blue line and sends it in deep. Langenbrunner able to feather that one up along the wall. Wong now looking to send it into Tresca and does. Tresca behind the net, cuts back, shifts away from a couple of Huskies. More rink wide pass. O'Coin keeps it going. Farrell, shifty little moves up and down along the wall and then gets it back. Huskies finally able to get a piece of it, but tenacious battle here for Sean Farrell, who gets back in the scrum, gets a piece of it, and finally Northeastern clears. 8.5 to go. Coronado has 2 for the second straight Beanpot game. Ritzkovian sends it in. Up to the doorstep. Puck loose for the moment. Gibson finally gets the whistle. Chupani gave it a good rush there, but couldn't get it by Gibson. It's a 2-1 lead for Harvard on a pair of goals by Matthew Coronado.
Let's give you one more look at the glass goal that was just scored. Sedum's going to slap this one towards it. He's looking heads up the whole time for a tip. Doesn't get tipped by Coronado, but look at it. You see it hits the blocker, and then it hits the leg of the center. Not the defender, but the center. Walsh, who's down there checking up against fellow centerman Coronado. The problem is he feels it hit his leg. He thinks it's over to his right as well, and meanwhile it comes right back to Coronado, who sniffs that one out and pops it upstairs. The first-round pick in the 2021 draft of the Calgary Flames player is hot right now. He's on fire.
No doubt about that. Out of Green Lawn, New Brunswick, the Chicago Steel last year as a freshman had the most points per game of any first-year player in NCAA. Good effort there to keep it in as Struble at the blue line. He was actually beyond the blue line. The stick stayed in the blue line and kept it in. He's got to retreat now and get to the puck. Pulls one stride back away from LaFerrier and now has space in the corner. Diagonal pass out to neutral ice. Ritzkovian able to shovel that one up ahead. Sedum playing it out here to the near side. Farinacci knocked off the puck. Struble takes
Offside.
it, and it'll be an offside. Talked about Farinacci and some of the leadership on this team, the seniors. You know, they had 4 seniors who are NHL picks on this Harvard team. And as we know, in this day and age in college hockey, not a lot of players stay through their 4 years, right? When you're drafted, there's a pretty good chance you're going to come out. And 2 years ago, the Ivy League canceled the season because of the COVID pandemic. And a lot of players had to make that decision. But they built a culture at Harvard, Billy, where the degree, graduating from Harvard, means something, right? And they've had players come back. Alex Kerfoot and Ryan Donato, Adam Fox, all NHL players who have come back to get their degree after leaving early. These 4 seniors kind of made the decision. We're going to stay here and see this thing through, get our degree, and see what we can do for Harvard hockey before chasing our dreams. Glove save there for Levi. Listen, let's face it, you're recruiting a certain kind of kid to begin with if you're Harvard.
Oh,
right? You got to get the academic type of kid who can excel in the thriving environment academically at Harvard, and then can you keep those kids for 4 years? Ted Donato's built a culture where they do more often than not.
Look at that, 15 draft picks.
Most in the country.
So obviously NHL people also trusting what they're doing at Harvard to continue maturing these prospects, to, you know, get them better, get them ready. And let's face it, if you're a good prospect, maybe you need a couple of years, you know what, stay at school. Do that. The NHL is going to say, look, get stronger, get bigger, get that. And then when they're ready, usually they'll tell you when it's time to come out.
Another shot came over to the near side.
And mind you, by the way, there are some NHL teams, though, that force kids to come out or highly suggest they come out when it's too soon. That's a big mistake, too.
No doubt about that. Numbers the other way. 3-on-2 developing, taking it all the way down. Lund gets upended as he crossed in front of the goal mouth. Puck got away from him, and the puck comes away to center ice now. The doghouse wanted a call, as you can hear. Williams gets back after it. The Huskies picking up the pace a little bit here, down by a goal with 6.5 minutes remaining in the second period. Tyler Spott, first Husky back. Puck ahead for Novak. Tried to drop it back for John Hughes. Instead, they battle in the corner. Puck comes around the net, and it bounces to Struble. Takes it down deep, skates around Miller, leaves it there for Novak. Bushler has to get there and does. Jack Hughes with the scrum forming, leaves it along the side. Bushler for Struble. Struble down low and then jumps into the play. Bushler, good attack zone time here, but that ends as it goes up into the netting.
Great attack zone time, but equally as good defense from Harvard there, keeping everybody from Northeastern to the outside. Harvard with 2 goals in this period, Northeastern with 1. 5:41 remaining. We'll be back in a moment.
Massachusetts hockey players were either playing or coaching in this Beanpot, Billy.
Love it, love it, love it. Awesome stuff. Kids having fun. Harvard having fun defensively. We give them a lot of praise for their offense, but you mentioned good offensive zone time for Northeastern before we went to break. Good layers here by Harvard. Support outnumbering Northeastern along the wall. Eventually they move it over from D to D, but again the middle of the ice covered, so that was a real good defensive segment or moment shift for Harvard.
The Donato's team protecting that 1-goal lead. Both teams are undefeated when they take a lead into the dressing room after 2 periods.
Another good block right there from Langenbrunner, defenseman.
These 2 teams amongst the best in the nation at blocking those shots. Northeastern has been really after it tonight. Glove down by Struble. LaFerriere skates it out. They get it ahead to Farinacci, but his momentum carried him in before the puck, and it's an offside call.
A lot of big defensemen for Harvard. Thrun 6'2", Seedham 6'2", Barr 6'2", Moore 6'3". Langenbrunner, the youngster, the first-year player, 6'3", the smallest defenseman are Healy and Aucoin, and they're still 6 foot, almost 180 pound each. And so a lot of length, a lot of room that these guys can cover. They all skate pretty hard well, too, for big guys. I mean, I know that's kind of average now, almost 6'3", 210 pounds for a defenseman in the National Hockey League. But the way that these guys can move and the length of them is very impressive.
Comes out of play there. Harvard He's only lost back-to-back games once all season, and those were separated by the holiday break. They lost on December 3rd to Colgate and then came back from the break, losing December 30th to Boston University. So it's hard to even consider those back-to-back losses because they're 3.5 weeks apart.
Yeah. I mean, outside of having to play Quinnipiac twice, I mean, overall, had a pretty hell of a season, but they've lost 2 games to Quinnipiac. Quinnipiac, then again, is doing the same thing to just about everybody else in the NCAA this season.
Number 1 in the country in the most recent poll, as that shot from Gunnar Fontaine was just wide. Colangelo down in the corner, digs it out, finds some room here. Colangelo has been an ongoing concern for Harvard all night. Setting up Northeastern here with the pass to Dorrington. Dorrington will kiss it off the glass. Colangelo gets in there to help. Gunnar Fontaine with him back to the point. Spot just came off the bench. Leaves it for McDonald. Pass comes in front. They just couldn't quite get it through to Ritzkovian. And McDonald had it hop off the heel of his blade out to center ice. DeVoe there for Harvard. Crimson are in the middle of a change. Got to be careful with that many bodies coming up and over the bench. They pull it off. Into the zone, dumped in. Hayduk gives chase. Hayduk had the 2 goals last week, as we told you. The big one coming with 1.5 seconds remaining in overtime. Back to Ian Moore at the point. Up ahead, dumped in from the left side. Spot has it now. Tyler Spot, long pass up to the blue line. Ritzkovian bat from McDonough, down to Ritzkovian, backhand save made, rebound. Hit the side of the net and went wide. McDonough had it set up, just couldn't find the angle. Kept it. Weaving around here is Struble. That puck's still alive. Chupani skates away from Jack Barr, brings it down low. Chupani shielding the puck now. Knocked down and the puck comes away. Harvard has had a long shift in the defensive zone. Ian Moore gets it away to Shore, who finishes the job and gets his team a chance to change. McDonough's had a couple of really good looks tonight. Guy who scores a lot of goals. More often than not, if he keeps getting those looks, he'll find a way to get one in. But as you said, Harvard has done a great job of limiting any second chances, keeping things on the outside for the most part.
Yeah, you know what? Their changes, and what I mean by that, they play a man-to-man D in their own zone. Their changes have been really good. They're staying with the opponent. I mean, they aren't chasing on Northeastern, and they aren't losing their man. They've been excellent manning up on them.
Bouncing puck, Coronado. Wrist shot just wide. Kept in on the left by O'Coin. Back to Coronado. He fires it wide to the right. Miller had a piece of it. Now the Huskies bring it out. Novak.
Good seal by Langenbrunner.
Yeah,
he has had a strong game.
Perfect angle, and yet Novak on a wraparound bid on the follow almost made something happen. His first bid was stopped by Gibson. We got a hand pass that'll stop play with $1:40 left.
Couple of chances for Northeastern here. Good stretch pass up the ice. Nice little backhand pass there. Ritzkovian then gets it back right there. He's going to come to the net. Left pad by Gibson is excellent. And I think McDonough's shot, I think it hits his own player standing on the side there. Just barely hits Chupani. But I love this little, we'll call it a give and go. Ritzkovian doesn't go behind the net. He stops to go to the front. There's McDonough, and it just hits the backside of Chupani. Look at how he ends up feeling it. Here comes Novak trying to stuff it in, but again, a nice seal by Harvard defensively.
Coronado breaking out with LaFerrier. Harvard looking to extend its lead. LaFerrier had to get it back to the point, but Colangelo got the stick in the way, and it comes out to center ice. Under 90 seconds remaining. Adam Pellerin and Andrew Raycroft keep it company between periods. Northeastern looking for the equalizer before the break. DeMellis, second effort. Finds the pass away. And now takes it in stride into the zone. Final minute of play here in the second. 2-1, Harvard leads. All the scoring coming in this period. Shot from Bushler, turned aside by Gibson. Out behind the net now it comes to Sedum, and he'll take his time bringing it out. From center ice, cross corner dump in. Farinacci trying to bring it in from the wall. Ritzkovian sat up on the dasher for the moment. Comes back towards Levi. He'll leave it there. Up ahead and carried in. Williams. Ritzkovian, the shot on net. Rebound. Steered away by Barr. Just out of the reach of Drakulik, who is thinking of a chance to go up the ice. No icing here as they will battle. Puck comes free. McDonough. Ritzkovian takes it as the whistle blows and the period comes to an end. So it was scoreless after one. We said both teams had a good period in the first. What'd you think about the second?
Yeah, pretty good. I thought Harvard got better, a little more puck possession, and then some opportunities for Northeastern. You know, it was like Harvard would control it for a bit, then Northeastern took it over for a bit. They had some good chances at the end there. McDonough feels like he's close to being, putting one in, but overall, as I think we're waiting to see if there's any time left. There may have been a whistle before.
Yeah, there was a whistle kind of simultaneously, but maybe not quite simultaneously, so they're going down to look at the time. By the way, we should mention the referees for the night. C.J. Hannafin and Cameron Lynch are your referees assigned by ECAC. Stephen Drain and Jason Chatty are the linesmen.
I think there was a puck played with a high stick, with about a second or a second and a half left at center ice. And maybe they were thinking they were blowing the play dead for that, and then the time expired.
They will put, I'm told, 0.2 seconds remaining on the clock. And someone will get to work on their face-off stat.
I was going to say face-off percentage will go up for one and down for another.
It'll be at neutral ice, but no, it'll be down in the...
Right, because there was a high...
Down in the Northeastern end because it was a high stick. Right? Yeah. Here's a look at it.
Yeah, McDonough's pass comes out. It bounces into the air. Ritzkovian is going to bat it up, way up high. There's it. It clearly touches it. And right there. So that's why the puck comes back into the Z zone.
Farrell and Ritzkovian will line up to take the draw. Northeastern packs everybody in front of the net. Just to make sure Farrell doesn't fire one on net. Puck is dropped. And now we can come to an end. Any changes in how you feel about the period over the last 0.2 of a second?
You know, the fewer words for me, the better tonight, the way that it's going.
Tonight? All right, we'll go to break on that note. Harvard with a 2-1 lead after two. Matthew Coronado with a pair of goals. And the Crimson with a perfect record when leading after 2 periods this season. 9 wins and 1 tie in their 10 games leading after 2. So we'll see what the third period has in store for us. But when we come back, Adam Pellerin and Andrew Raycroft, take it away.
All right, you scored the opening goal to get the Huskies on the board first. Take me through what you saw in that play.
Yeah, Sam Colangelo made a nice pass to me cross ice. I just missed the net there, and then Dory made a nice play to Sam. Sam saw me at the front of the net. I just got a tip on it, and it was sitting there. I just decided to put it in the net.
Yeah, and Harvard came back, scored a couple goals. You guys are down 1 heading into the final period. What's the game plan going to be going forward?
I think definitely we need to get more shots. I think this goalie looks a little shaky, and I think we just got to stick to what we're doing. We're playing the right way. We just got to find more shots on net and just stay in the O-zone a little bit more.
Thanks. Good luck.
Thank you.
First ever meeting between Harvard and Northeastern in the Beanpot Championship game. But even before one of these 4 teams took the ice last Monday, this Beanpot was already special. Let's go down to Meredith Gorman, who has more. Mare?
Thanks, TC. Well, the 4 teams competing in the Beanpot all have a team impact child paired with them. These children are here at the game tonight, and they are critically ill or disabled, matched with these teams. And we heard from a few of the players about just how special these relationships can really be.
I don't think he's ever not had a smile on his face, and it's just great energy to have around. And you know, he loves the game, very smart for how young he is as well, and very knowledgeable. So no, he's just a terrific addition to our team.
You know, you see
how big of a smile he has on his face, and with all the difficult things he's been through so far in his life at such a young age. And I think it just gives you a perspective that, you know, if he can have a smile on his face every day and you know, have a, you know, laugh and have a joke that, you know, sometimes when you're playing hockey and you kind of get caught up in this world that, you know, things aren't going your way and, you know, the world's caving in on you, you know, it's not too serious.
Now all 4 kids are at the game tonight, and they had a chance to tour the locker rooms before the game, give fist bumps to players, and are here watching with their families. I talked to Northeastern head coach Jerry Keefe this week about the team's relationship with their teammate Simon Valencia Devon, who is 9 years old, living with end-stage renal disease. He said they have a tradition for the past couple of years on Simon's birthday where they bring balloons for the whole team, and they go outside of the rink and let the balloons go outside. It's something they've done for a long time, and they look forward to it every year. Now, I'm hoping the kids are enjoying the game tonight too, TC. It's definitely not disappointing, that's for sure.
It's hard to imagine they're not, isn't it? Such an incredible program. Team Impact has been embraced by so many teams across the country in so many different sports. And these children get the full teammate experience. Yep. They get to sit at a locker, they get their name on the roster, they get to do everything every one of those guys in Harvard Crimson or in Northeastern Red get to do, and it's just a life-changing opportunity for these families.
Yeah, things that sometimes maybe these guys, well, they take for granted. It's just part of their daily routine as a high-level, you know, collegiate athlete. But for these young kids, it is priceless.
All right. Not many chances to win a Beanpot, and these two teams know that well. While Northeastern has won 3 of the last 4, Harvard hasn't won 1 in 6 years, and it's a 1-goal game with Harvard leading here in the 3rd period. We are underway as Northeastern in the red with the black and white trim skating left to right. The Crimson in crimson trimmed white, skating right to left.
Coronado flying on the first shift, the entire shift, getting into the zone, winning battles with the puck along the wall.
13th overall pick in 2021, first round choice of Calgary. 2 goals last week in the middle of the Merrick Hayduk. 2 goals, 1 in the first period, 1 in overtime. Coronado had 2 in the middle, had 2 in the middle period here tonight. Those 2 goals, the difference in a 2-1 lead for Harvard. Gunnar Will Fontaine, the lone goal for Northeastern. Pass a little too hot for Colangelo. Jack Barr takes it there. Barr gets it started down on the far side. Last year, as a first-year player, Barr blocked 30 shots. We talked about that stat with both of these teams. Both coaches instill that in their troops, to be selfless, to get in the way of those shots. Got an offside whistle there. Good work by Drakulik to hold up Colangelo and force the offside.
Northeastern this year has outscored their opponents 34-27.
34-17.
34.
In the 3rd period.
Yeah.
Oh, Northeastern.
That's exactly.
Beg your pardon. Thank you. My bad. That was one of those moments. If people could only see what you and I looked at, wait, no, I'm telling you, I know I did my homework on this. Yes, my bad. 37-27.
Well, no, I was going to say 34-27 there, 34-17 though for their opponent.
Both teams have been really good 3rd period teams, right? That's what it comes down to. Mm-hmm. And you mentioned that before, that so much is the mind, the ability to not let the physical grind knock you off your game.
Just like another team that plays at the TD Garden.
Spot's bid was broken up there. I was jumping in because that Harvard number is, you know, impressive. 34-17, 2-1, their edge in the 3rd period. And then you throw in the overtime, right? They've got the 6 overtime goals. Bid on front, Levi got a piece of it, and then it went wide. Ooh. A broken play. Almost led to broken hearts in the doghouse.
Good 4th line shift from Harvard. Getting puck below the goal line, flushing it to the front.
Yeah, Wong got a piece of it there. Now Struble able to get it up ahead to Williams. He'll clear out to center. And Harvard reloads. Thrun, the pass just out of the reach of Wong. Struble gets there. Farrell jumping into the play, got a piece of it, and now the Huskies will bring it out. Jamie Bushler got that all started. Ahead for Walsh, but it came back to Lund. And Northeastern in their own end. No icing. Good work there by Williams. Got a piece of it coming through, and now it's played back around the other way, bouncing, and that will be icing, and it'll come back into the Harvard end.
2 seniors and a first-year player. Treskin between DeVoe and Wong got out on this shift. Early third period shift for the fourth line, but just a really good effort there on Bushler by DeVoe. He's going to push him into the wall. He's going to just try and funnel the puck to the front. Hughes is there, almost caroms off his skate after it goes off the pad of Devin Levi and into the net, but they're battling it out again as Austin Wong, the senior out of Calgary, just trying to hammer it in. The old cliche time here, meat and potatoes type of shift, but that's exactly what you need from that fourth line.
Now you get McDonough back out there. He wheels in, tried to drag it and get the shot away. McDonald followed to keep it in, but now Harvard controls. Henry Thrun. Long pass ahead for Gaffney. Gaffney coming in with some speed. Gets around Borghese. And now Ritzkovian has it for the Huskies. Got to keep it away from Farinacci. Good forecheck here for the Crimson. That one hit off the referee. Loose for the moment, taken back by Hunter McDonald. The empty net goal that iced it on Monday was the first goal of his collegiate career. Here's McDonough dangling his way up to the doorstep. Over to the left side. Never got the shot away. Northeastern still with the puck, though, as they scramble to the right of Gibson. That was swept just wide. Oh, but a job keeping it in there by Spot. Now the shot from McDonough is stopped by Gibson. Woo!
He can't believe it. You know, he gets the puck. This is going to be his first opportunity, though. He's going to take it by 1. By 2 guys, he's going to get by Healy into the net. Can't corral the puck, though. Does a nice job of not making contact with the goaltender for any type of a penalty there. He's going to watch right here. He's going to try and move his body out of the way. Doesn't get any contact with the head, so no call. McDonough then comes back, and he gets an opportunity. He puts it right into the midsection, though, of Gibson. Do you see how he put his stick on his shins? And he's like, oh, man. I had a great shot there, and he's got one of the best releases in the NCAA in the nation, and he puts it right into the chest, right into the crest of the goaltender Gibson.
So we skate on, 2-1. Harvard leading it. Baker Shore giving chase. Taking it out over to the far side is Matt DeMellis. He gets it started. Colangelo with Bushler. That goes off the skate. Gibson tried to leap up for it. Left side, Struble down low, backhand, score! 4 minutes and 57 seconds in. It's the second of the game for Gunnar Wolf-Fontaine, and we are tied at 2.
The puck gets back to the left point, and there's 2 red sweaters in front of the net. Here's the entrance. All right, puck goes over the net. You're going to see 2 red sweaters eventually in front. Right there, the puck comes down low now, and look at how they move, both of them. One is Gunnar Wolf-Fontaine. He goes far post. The other's Colangelo. He goes high slot, and so that opens up space. And then the pass comes over to Fontaine. I thought he maybe was going to get a little bit handcuffed on it, but right there, he's able to put the backhand, and it goes off the toe of his stick. Gets enough on it into the net there. What a nice goal by Gunnar Wolf-Fontaine, and a beautiful movement play, pass play as well, to make it a 2-2 tie.
Gunnar Wolf-Fontaine has 9 goals on the season. A third of them have come against Harvard.
Really nice move. A good read by Struble to come from the left point. Patiently brings it down the wall. Doesn't force it. Again, he allows the forwards to move, gives them a couple of options, and he makes the perfect pass to Fontaine.
Battle over the puck here in the corner, and Tresca gets in to keep it in deep for the Crimson. Long pass ahead out to center ice. Struble and DeMellis assisting on the second goal of the night for Gunnar Wolf-Fontaine. Six minutes gone here in the third period. We're all tied up at 2. Miller gives chase to get the puck back in neutral ice. Now they work it ahead for Coronado. Hops away from him, and it's brought in here by Chapani. Centering pass, McDonough just couldn't get there. Calmly plays it to the point. Borghese, his shot redirected wide, and we've got a whistle at the end. Is there a penalty here?
Yes, going to have an interference call coming up against Harvard.
Jack Barr heading to the box on the interference call, and for the first time tonight, Northeastern on the power play when we come back.
There's Jack Barr sitting in the penalty box with 13:38 remaining here in the third. The low camera is going to show the interference right there. A heavy hit on Matt Chapani. Puck wasn't near him. Referee makes the call. Northeastern gets on the power play. Go back. If we get a chance, we'll show you that play again by Struble coming down the wall. One Rhode Island kid, Struble, to another, and Fontaine with a real nice play. I loved how the movement by two forwards who had been in front thinking that the shot might come from the left point, but then there's separation. They're moving to different areas. Love how that creates space and options.
Northeastern winning the draw. Keep an eye on McDonough. He's got 8 power play goals. On the right wing side as he drifts with space. Puck meantime on the left. Ritzkovian snaps it, but it's wide. McDonough gets a piece of it to keep it in. Second effort, good clear there by Thrun. Fontaine, his first career 2-goal game tonight. What a time to get it. Drops it back as Ritzkovian enters the zone here. Jack Hughes plays it into the corner. McDonough giving chase, gets to the puck. Aiden McDonough. Fontaine from the point. Hughes drifts down, gets it back up top. Fontaine to the right. McDonough looking. They work it back. Ritzkovian in front, it goes off a post. The shot from Colangelo. McDonough drifts down low. His shot, save made. Gibson rebound out to center ice.
That's the look that McDonough wants. He wanted that one right there. Tried to just go over the right pad.
Fontaine trying to catch Harvard at a change. McDonough on the follow now, tries to settle it. Looking for Ritzkovian. They work so well together. Ritzkovian trying to reach in to help out. Back up to Fontaine. Couldn't get it in past LaFerriere. And now he's got control of it. Short-handed, gets leveled as he tried to skate past McDonough. Colangelo trying to ride that wave of emotion as the crowd comes to life. He takes it in. Struble just off the bench. With 10 seconds to go in the power play, Coronado blocks the pass, and Harvard will finish up the chain.
I tell you what, I love the effort by LaFerriere, hunting the puck at the point, taking it out, getting it out, taking the hit to make the play, killing some good time. Excellent effort.
Harvard back to even strength. Lund for Northeastern now. Bushler at the point. Struble, wrist shot snatched out of the air with the glove of Gibson, and he holds on.
Let's go back to some chances for Northeastern. Colangelo's going to bring it in. He's going to snipe it, go short side. I mean, rings it off the post. And so now, and then everybody's looking over at him. Here's the hit. LaFerriere is going to end up taking it as McDonough comes back and reloads up top, helping his defenseman out. But the Colangelo shot, and we saw him shooting earlier in the game too, TC. You know, everybody on Harvard was really looking to play the puck to play over to McDonough for his off wing for a shot early on the power play. But now with that Colangelo shot, it's going to make the defense, the penalty killers, have to think about him more when he was out there too. That was a really good quick wrister.
Sam Colangelo has hit 2 posts tonight. Puck up along neutral ice is then played in deep. Levi out to play it in traffic, but he gets the pass away. Taken back by O'Coin. O'Coin brings it in, fires it into the mixer. It got through everybody. Ian Moore moving around Williams, keeping the puck down low. Good sliding block as McDonald got back to help. Loose puck behind Levi Hill. pull it back towards the netting and get the whistle. 10:50 here left in the third period. We are tied at 2. 2 for Gunnar Wolf-Fontaine, 2 for Matthew Coronado.
I love the energy that Gunnar Wolf-Fontaine has brought in this game. His execution has been great too. I mean, he's got the energy, but he doesn't overplay. I mean, he doesn't try and do too much. He's letting the puck find him. He's working his way to the battle. And he's the type of player as a junior who's got now just enough experience, right? I mean, those first 2 years TC, he understands what it's about here. He's fulfilling that, hey, time to step up type of moment. He's really had an impactful game. He's been good the last few games that we've had on Nesson this year with him in it.
Kicked back to the stick here and brought over to the near side. Novak, good work in a crowd there. Puck comes between everybody and gets out to center ice. Pass. Coming up to the blue line, traffic there, so DeMellis has to skate it back into his zone.
By the way, last time when Fontaine scored his first goal, I mentioned that was tied his season high from last year's career high from last year. Obviously now with another one, new career high for him in points.
Who says you can't do math?
I do.
Cedar gets it ahead, working his way up into the offensive zone here. Sean Farrell. I'll get the whistle beyond the midway point of the third period. 9:54 remaining. 1 goal here in this period. Fontaine, his second of the game, tying us at 2.
Back to the Beanpot. The game is scored 2-2, and it's super exciting right now. But as TC mentioned earlier in the broadcast, playing in the Beanpot, if you're a local kid growing up in Massachusetts, is a dream come true. But for Harvard head coach Ted Donato, it's a dream come true for other reasons, and this tournament's very special to him. He got to coach his sons Jack and Ryan, who played at Harvard under him in Beanpots, and his son Ryan actually won the Beanpot with Harvard in 2017, which is, of course, the last time that Harvard won this tournament. So a special tournament for him for some other reasons. TC?
No doubt about that. Thanks, Meredith. It's always interesting to talk about the guys from out of state or from other countries. When they first learned about the Beanpot, might have been in the recruiting process or talking to teammates from their hometown who played at one of these 4 schools. But for the Massachusetts kids, the New England kids, many of them grew up dreaming of being a part of this. And want to take a moment to give a shout out to the referees as well. 3 of the 4 referees tonight are Mass Hockey Products, Hannafin, Lynch, and Drain. All grew up playing hockey here in Massachusetts. You see the 21 players between the 2 teams.
The ECAC crew for this final.
3 of the 4 games officiated by Hockey East crews, and this year it was decided the ECAC crew would do whichever game. As the scramble comes out in front after the save, Levi squeezes tight and gets the whistle.
Drakulik in front of the net. The big kid who can score in just a couple of games is going to get to it again. He's going to work. Watch 26. All right, he's going to work his way to the front. He's going to battle Bushel, one of the only guys as big as he is. And right there, he slams it with his backhand. The right leg, though, of Devin Levi is on the ice and able to hold on to it. But Teddy Donato, again, putting Drakulik into the line. Had to due to injury and played the other night. Scored a goal. Here, he almost puts one in. Midway through the third in the Beanpot final.
A year ago, he missed the Beanpot, playing for Canada in the Olympics, though he didn't get to play in a game in the Olympics and could only watch. As TJ Semptimphelter played so well, had 28 saves in the final, a 1-0 loss for Northeastern. Semptimphelter now at Arizona State. And Devin Levi back between the pipes and getting his first Beanpot experience. Last Monday got the win, now in the final for the first time. Levi, of course, drafted by Florida, traded to the Buffalo Sabres. The expectations continue to rise as he was so good at the World Junior Championships 2 years ago for Team Canada. Made the Olympic team last year. Now trying to win a Beanpot championship with Northeastern. There's LaFerriere. with speed, got the shot away. Save made, Levi. Rebound bouncing around. He dives out and covers it up. Gets the whistle with 8:41 remaining.
Puck's bouncing everywhere. Drakulik on the last shift had to bounce off him, and then it bounced off a defender before he swatted at it. This time, it's down low as 18 Laferriere and 8 Gaffney are going to work the puck. I've really liked how Harvard in this game has been, at times, when I say grinding it out, meaning they haven't been fancy. They've taken shots. Look, they know they're facing a great goaltender in Devin Levi, so you can't waste an opportunity when you get it. And I like that shot from Gaffney from the side there.
Laferriere tried to fire that one through a crowd. It was broken up. Now Borghese leading the charge. Colangelo giving chase on the near side. He gets to the puck and controls it. Had to reach around the referee there as everybody converged. DeMellis behind the net. Cuts back. Centering pass from the backhand. Nifty little move there by DeMellis. The puck is cleared out to center ice. Gaffney thinking of doing more than just
good hustle.
He's got the puck in the offensive zone. Drops it there. Shot just kicked away as Coronado came in looking for the hat trick. Under 8 minutes remaining. Puck comes out to center ice. Gunnar Fontaine, he's got hat trick ideas of his own as that one goes off the stick of Barr and is held on to by Gibson.
Really good closing of the gap, acceleration by sophomore Alex Gaffney. He's going to end up leading to the Coronado chance, but aggressively pursuing the puck, using speed at 5'8", 170 pounds. That's what Gaffney's strength is. He's going to get on it right here. He's hustling. See, he doesn't wait. I love it. Doesn't wait at all. Forces not one, but 2 defenders into an uncomfortable spot. Ends up getting the puck back there.
Puck comes out to center ice. Played all the way in by Miller, the freshman, wheeling in with speed. Lund lost it here. Miller gets to it, and Levi reaches out with the stick and gets the puck with the glove to stop play.
TC, another example of Harvard using their quickness and their speed to make Northeastern a bit uncomfortable. Miller's going to try to get to it. Before that, it was Farrell that was working hard along the wall, pressuring the D again of Northeastern, forcing them to put pucks into an area and doing it quicker than they want to. You know, this is where Northeastern's got to say, wait a second, guys. If we're going to get pressured, we got to move the puck, move it wide. Don't put it back to the middle of the ice there.
Little mask work there for Levi. Equipment settled, and we are back underway. McDonough fires it in around the left. Comes up along the boards. Dorrington wanted to step up. Instead, it's played out by Baker Shore, and now Hayduk gives chase. Shore battling along with Chopani. Huskies control with 7 minutes remaining here in the third. Ritzkovian pulls up, plays it for McDonough. McDonough with space. Ritzkovian a one-timer. Kick save and another one. Gibson had to flash that left pad out twice to keep this game tied. Chopani digs it out of a crowd, brings it right back into the zone, drops it there. McDonough had it broken up. Spot was retreating, so he couldn't step up to it, and now it's carried into the offensive zone. Miller lost the edge at the last moment, and streaking up the ice the other way is Liam Walsh. End to end we go. Sean Farrell gains the line, gets it to Moore, kick save. Levi sticks it and makes sure that Riley Hughes could skate it away. Long pass ahead. Harvard with the numbers. Farrell centering, but a terrific block. Getting back there was Bushler. And that pass never made it through. Novak with Riley Hughes. They battle behind the net. Miller takes it, looks for the long pass ahead to Farrell. Struble gets back to read the play and take the puck
Excellent
away.
read by Struble, coming back through middle ice.
Here comes Jaden Struble. Down in the corner for Colangelo. He's stapled to the wall by O'Coin. Laferriere for Harvard. Ahead for Gaffney. Under 5.5 minutes remaining. Harvard gains the line. Shot, second effort, hit the outside of the left post. Gaffney came away at the last moment and fired it, but it was just wide.
He has picked up his pace in this third period, TC. He has been out. Gaffney has been all over. Here he is again, pressuring Northeastern.
McDonald just keeps it away from him, skates it over center and clears it in. Under 5 minutes remaining. For the second straight day, we've got a big game tied late.
It's been a fun third period.
Sure has. Been a great game from the start. Treska got a piece of that one to play it along. Levi gets the save made and then played it out. Ritzkovian looking to lift it to Williams. Williams trying to get up the middle there. Thrun able to calmly steer it away. Here's Thrun from center. On net, Levi covers. And Shore makes sure that he doesn't play it away. 4:21 remaining, and we are tied at 2 in the 70th Beanpot Championship. The Berkshire Bank best comeback.
And it's going to be the goal by Gunnar Wolf-Fontaine. Here you're going to have an interchange, a little cycle flow coming down. And now remember, Harvard likes to play a man-to-man D there. That's short, and he's going to end up getting beat as the movement happens. And Gunnar Wolf-Fontaine, he doesn't stay middle. He doesn't go near post. He goes far post, and he gets it just off the toe of his backhand and into the net to tie the game up at 2.
Berkshire Bank, where you bank matters. Gunnar Wolf-Fontaine with 2. Matthew Coronado with 2. Getting down to crunch time. 4:21 remaining.
That's a nice pass by Struble. Let's check that out. He brings the puck in just a little bit, and he slid it through the stick and the skate area. Almost not, I won't say a no-look pass, but he was feigning like he may even consider taking a shot. That was a subtle little play. Beautiful pass.
The senior out of Cumberland, Rhode Island, and St. Sebastian's, 4 assists in the last 6 games. That was a dangerous moment for Levi. Like backhand glove save as it was coming across his body.
Yeah, keep pushing pucks to the net, both teams. I mean, how many chances have we had now in the last 4 or 5 minutes, TC? It's easily 4 or 5 good ones. This one is just, it's floated towards it. It's an intended pass to the front, but Levi's going to see it go off the arm of Bushler, and there's that backhand scoop. What would that be, like a first baseman getting it?
Yeah, a little backhand, pick, throws off line from the shortstop. You got to reach out. That's for tomorrow. 80-degree weather. Puck inside the blue line. You're going where tomorrow? Here's the puck around the left. Farrell tries to wrap it around and end this thing himself. Save made there by Levi. Puck up to the point, but Harvard keeps it in. Here's Miller. Looking for Farrell, and he gets it to him. Up top. They get it through to Thrun. His shot. Hard shot wide. Coronado, point blank bid, second effort, hit the post, and then is covered up by Levi. Coronado inches from the hat-trick goal with 3:36 left in the third.
Yeah, but again, a really good shift by Harvard. Working the wall, low to high plays. Razor talked about that in first intermission, about one of their strengths. Look at how quick the puck comes out of the corner to Coronado. Farrell again with the quick feed. He's had a couple of those in this game. I love the second opportunity by Coronado with stick on the ice. Puck caroms right back to him, and he can't believe it that it caroms off the post after the puck came right back to him.
.336 time to go here in a tie game, third period of the Beanpot Championship. DeMellis and Farinacci will do it again. Farinacci getting it back. More one-timer. Colangelo got a piece of it. It went wide. Jack Barr takes it back at his own blue line. Pass a little too hot to handle there, as played in deep as Gaffney came on the follow. Colangelo off the boards, gets it out to center, but Harvard takes it back there. Harvard trying to gain the zone of possession, but it's McDonald getting it right back out. DeMellis now pulls up on the far wall. Barr still out there, ties him up. Colangelo swinging it around with speed. Here's Sam Colangelo. His shot deflected off the glass. Farinacci got a piece of it. Fontaine trying to dig it free. Comes loose, and Colangelo has it in the corner. Northeastern trying to change up in the offensive zone. Harvard gets control and is able to play it out. Gaffney stayed on his skates, skating through the check. Now he's knocked down as it's taken back and cleared away by Jack Hughes. On the left side, taken all the way down low, another post. As the shot came in, Tyler Spott just skated it all the way up and almost snuck it stick side on Gibson. Brought back in again. Here's Struble. The defensemen are jumping into the action now. Hayduk the other way. Had the winner a week ago. That was in overtime. He's trying to avoid overtime here. Save made. Thrun gets it back, and it gets by everybody. Seedham couldn't quite get there in time. It's cleared. Henry Thrun grew up dreaming of playing in the Beanpot. Now on the ice with just over 90 seconds remaining in a tie game here in regulation. Coronado comes in short side. Save made, Levi. Puck in the corner. They dig away. Farrell gets it back up on the wall, but Chapani takes it out. Tries to bank it around Barr. Good work by Ian Moore to skate over and help. Over to the far side, Joe Miller has to pull up. Miller for Farrell at center ice. 1 minute to play here in regulation. Miller with Farrell. Farrell for Coronado. Coronado tried to shovel it through last moment, knocked away, and Borghese gets it to McDonough. McDonough banks it out to center ice. Northeastern pulls it back. Hunter McDonald settles things down. He takes it on the far side. Over center, second effort, dumps it in. Gibson to play, tucks it back behind his skates. Taken there by Northeastern. Borghese down low. In the corner, 20 to go. Shot from DeMellis. Might have touched something coming through, but Gibson stayed with it and made the glove save. Alcu is hiring. Head over to careers.alcu.com to learn more about how they have fun working hard.
I tell you what, both these teams are having fun working hard here, too, is the way that the play has gone the last couple of minutes. Harvard's had some great chances, and mind you, so has Northeastern. DeMellis is waiting for traffic in front, and see, he's just trying to get it there. Novak can't get the tip on. He's trying to. He's got the position that he wants. He's going to get just in front of the goaltender, Gibson, enough. He knows it. Thrun's there. Right there, he couldn't believe he missed that one. Right there, you see how he looks up. But a good read by Northeastern. We're going to have a timeout now. I believe Northeastern has called this.
Yeah, Northeastern calls the timeout. 15.6 seconds. They get an offensive zone draw. Want to keep his best guys out there rested and ready to go. See if they can pull off some last-minute magic. By the way, give both teams credit for discipline here tonight. There's been one penalty each side.
Yeah, skating well. Officials allowing them to play, and they haven't had to put the referees into even a bad spot really much in this game. How about this in the game? I was just watching Coronado. We saw him have two chances a few minutes ago, one of them hitting a post. He has 12 attempts in this game, 5 on net, 12 attempts. He has been possessed since the opening faceoff.
Jerry Keefe, Ted Donato. Each has coached their team to an excellent performance tonight. Harvard out shooting Northeastern 32-24. But it's an offensive zone opportunity here on the draw for Northeastern. Northeastern 17th in the nation in face-off success. Harvard 20th.
Richkovian out there, obviously one of the top guys in the entire NCAA in face-offs. As you said, nobody takes more.
Timeout Harvard. Got a little mind game going here as they work it out. So now they go back to the benches and try to work it again. Ted Donato saw the setup, decided he wanted to talk about it.
It's almost like a basketball game.
There's no point in taking him home.
No, that's so true. Good management, actually, by both coaches, having him for the last 15 seconds of the game. Here's your face-off numbers for the two guys that I probably expect to take it. Ritzkovian, 10 wins, 5 losses. Baker Shore, the senior out of Englewood, Colorado, who had, by the way, 3 brothers of his all played at Denver.
Yeah.
But he decided, no, I'm going to go east and go to Harvard. He's 12 wins, 5 losses in the game so far. None bigger, though, than the one coming up.
His brother Nick playing in the Calgary organization. Quentin's in the East Coast Hockey League, and Drew is playing professional hockey in Switzerland. So they all went to Denver, all had great pro careers. Baker Shore, as a senior now, trying to add a trophy to the cabinet. But right now, Northeastern getting ready to go here, and it'll be Farinacci taking the face-off and winning it back to the corner where Jack Barr gets to it for Harvard. He does get it out over the blue line. Battle for the puck there. Huskies get it back. Ritzkovian from center ice hammers that one towards the net, and we will go to overtime. It was scoreless after 1. It was 2-1 Harvard after 2, and we are all tied up at 2 after 3.
For the first final ever between these two schools, why not?
It's only fitting. Only fitting. Only 2 people have scored tonight. Gunnar Wolf-Fontaine with a pair for Northeastern. His first goal came in the second period to get us started.
Puck is pumped to the net. Fontaine is able to get positioning. Farinacci's going to bump into his goaltender inadvertently. And there is Fontaine with the 1-0 lead. But then soon after that, it's going to be Coronado. Gorgeous pass from Farrell. Farrell threw the seam over to Coronado. Snaps it in 1-1. And then a punch shot from Sedum is going to go off the leg of the defender's spot, and it's going to go right back to Coronado, who roofs it upstairs. So it's 2-1 Harvard at the time. But then we head into the third period. And nothing like a little good flow. Struble comes in. Soft, smart pass over to Fontaine, who puts the backhand down. Has the puck go off the backhand into the net. We're all tied at 2 shots, 32-24 in favor of Harvard.
Lest you forget, things have changed over the 70 years of Beanpot hockey. We now will have 3-on-3 hockey for 5 minutes. And if it's tied, we will go to a shootout to determine the Beanpot championship. There has never been a shootout in a Beanpot game. We'll see if that changes or if somebody can get this done 3-on-3. Last week it was 3-on-3 hockey, and it was 1.5 seconds left when Merrick Hayduk scored his second of the game to put Harvard back into the final after a furious BC comeback. BC out-shooting Harvard 22-2 in that third period.
Yeah. And congratulations to Boston College, if you missed it. Winning the game played previously, also known as the third place game.
Not the consolation game.
Right.
Third place game.
3-1 over BU.
14-9 were the shots in that third period, favoring Harvard. But the only goal of that period, favoring Northeastern, and that's where we stand.
McDonough, Ritzkovian, and it looks like Struble out there for Northeastern to begin the overtime. Thrun out there, I see.
Yeah, Farrell and Coronado as well.
What skill on the ice to start overtime?
3-on-3 hockey. Next goal, if it happens over the next 5 minutes of playing time, will win the Beanpot. Harvard back in the defensive zone. They get after it. Jaden Struble up to center, now drops it back for Coronado. Coronado wheeling over to his left. Pulls back, drops it up top. Struble for Farrell. Farrell looking, weaving to the left. Now pulls back, and he'll pull it out to center ice. He's got to wait for his 2 teammates to pull back onside, and now does. Coronado takes it. Tries to keep it away from Borghese, gets it over to Farrell. Farrell back for Coronado, aerial pass. Comes back now to Farrell. Rebound, comes back. Farrell has it, weaving towards the center. Now it's an opportunity and a breakaway. Going up the middle is Borghese. He shoots at a glove save. Gibson keeps us going.
Freshman defenseman Vinny Borghese. After McDonough had the puck hit him, and then Ritzkovian lobs it into the middle ice. Tries to go over the glove, and instead it goes right into the glove. Not a movement at all from the goaltender Gibson. Look at that focus, TC. Doesn't move at all until the shot's released and says, I got it. No problem. How about the fact you had Thrun deep in the zone and in the offensive zone? I mean, obviously, 3-on-3, there's a lot of flow, and then you had a defenseman, Borghese, on a breakaway. Fun stuff the first minute.
LaFerrier out there with Farinacci and Moore. Farinacci plays it back to Moore. Jack Hughes trying to get there for Northeastern. Now Moore will start it up. Moore up to the blue line, now drops it back. LaFerrier coming in with speed. LaFerrier forced wide into the corner. And it's poked away there. Opportunity here for McDonald. Hunter McDonald going in. He's got Fontaine with him. Remember, Fontaine has 2 goals tonight. Fontaine went in deep, now curls back. McDonald battling 2 Crimson players. Back up top. Over to the left side. Hughes fires it wide. Fontaine has to get around an empty stick that was dropped down there. Plays it down low. Heads to the net. McDonald turns. Sends it wide.
They got to attack.
After it.
Northeastern attack Farinacci. Right now, they're keeping the puck to the outside. He still doesn't have his stick.
Struble comes out now. There's Farinacci with no stick. Here's Fontaine playing it down low. Hughes for Fontaine. Fontaine fires it. Sent wide. And it's cleared away. Farinacci sprinting off the ice. Someone with a stick takes his place. Northeastern comes in and now has to pull back. Beyond the midway point of this overtime. Colangelo now. Dropping it here as starting up the ice is Williams. Williams for Colangelo to the doorstep, and he's forced wide. Colangelo still with the puck, now back to even to center ice. Colangelo with room, fires the shot. Gibson to save the rebound out front, taken by Coronado. Coronado slowing down things here with 1:49 to go in the overtime. Plays it over to his left, heads up the ice. Farrell drops it. Thrun for Coronado. Farrell moves to his left. Looking for a seam, plays it down low for Coronado, but the pass gets away from him. Aiden McDonough has it for Northeastern. Pass ahead. Ritzkovian into the offensive zone, breaks the D, comes to the backhand. Gibson makes the save. The rebound goes behind the net. Harvard coming up the ice, out of the reach of Farrell. Borghese takes the hit, but got it to McDonough. McDonough up to the right, takes it back now. Looking for Ritzkovian, but the pass off. And the other way, it's Hayduk. Hayduk going in, feathers it, centering pass. Levi makes the stop on Ian Moore.
Up and down they go in overtime here. First, it's going to be Colangelo. Williams corrals it. Beautiful little pass, but the blocker of the goaltender, Gibson, makes that save. Ritzkovian is able to dance by one, but can't then slide it through the 5-hole. Gibson doesn't know where it is. It ends up going just wide. This time, Hayduk, unlike last game where he won it with a shot, here he tries to sift it to Moore. Moore just can't get enough of it and then goes barreling into the post, taking it off. What have we had, about 8 chances here in the OT?
That's the beauty of 3-on-3.
I love it, yeah.
And by the way, give me a soapbox for a moment.
It's all
Play
yours.
more 3-on-3. Don't go to the shootout. I understand the point, but it's gonna. If you play 3-on-3 hockey, you're not gonna go 6 overtimes. There's too much open action. At least give me a second period of 3-on-3 overtime before you go to a shootout.
Listen, you're not gonna get an argument from me ever, at any level.
Back to hockey. 46.4 seconds remaining here in this 3-on-3 overtime. You see the beauty of the 3-on-3 overtime in games like this. It's wide open, it's creative, it's fun. But if somebody doesn't score in the next 46.4 seconds, this first ever matchup will be decided in the first ever shootout of the Beanpot. Face-off will come just outside the Northeastern end. Coronado able to get it back to the defenseman on the far side. It's Thrun who leaves it for LaFerrier. LaFerrier gains the line. LaFerrier looking, pulls back, and Harvard up to pull back onside. Here's Coronado. Coronado works around Williams, who pokes it away. Good effort there by Williams. Now the battle on the far wall. Puck comes free to center ice. Coronado gets the pass away. Thrun coming up the middle, had it blocked from a tough angle. It's back to Coronado. He shoots, and what a save there by Levi. Kicked away at the buzzer to end overtime.
Staring down one of the big point guys in college hockey. Coronado, hot as all heck in this game, has the puck bounced to him with 3 seconds left in the slot, opens up, snaps the puck, and it's the left pad of Devin Levi. Just like Gibson was calm on the breakaway earlier on Borghese and OT. Look at Levi right there. Gets the left pad on it, the low part of the left pad. Coronado turns, fires, and the save. What a save. Great goaltending here in overtime. Awesome.
Great stuff in overtime. We've seen 70 Beanpots played, and we've never seen Northeastern and Harvard meet in the final. We've also never seen a shootout. And that's about to end, because this game, this Beanpot championship, will be decided in a shootout. Take a look at some of those chances in overtime, Billy.
Yeah, we almost had it over more than a couple of times in OT. Borghese's going to start it with a nice play here from Ritzkovian, who lobs it to him, just leads the receiver. Here he's going to go to the shot, but Gibson didn't give him much, and he puts it into the glove. Colangelo, who's been shooting all game long, goes off the shoulder of Gibson. No problem there. I really like the squareness of Gibson in this play, in this overtime. Here he has the puck. Actually just trickle through him as Ritzkovian gets another bit of a short breakaway, but he makes the save. And then near the end, Hayduk leading more. Moore has to dive to make the save, or the play, but then he runs into the post. And then lastly, again, just seconds remaining. Coronado could have put the coronation on this game with that shot. But the goaltenders have been excellent.
34 saves for shots for Harvard, 32 saves for Levi, 29 shots for Northeastern, 27 for Gibson. Now they'll face the shootout. It'll be Farrell going first. Sean Farrell, the junior out of Hopkinton, Mass. He will come in on Devin Levi. Farrell to the backhand, and he misses.
Pretty good move there. He faked Levi. Levi ends up going down just a little. Aggressive by Levi. And you see how he gets Levi just to move, but then the backhand just goes off the end of his stick, and he can't keep it in the net area. It just goes wide.
Jack Hughes now, the sophomore out of Westwood, Mass. Second round pick of the LA Kings. This is Hughes weaving in slowly on Gibson. A little deke and a pad save, Gibson.
You know, a lot of players in the shootout love to take that slow check, and they like to try and outweight the goaltender. Hughes is doing that. Again, Gibson, I mean, his patience has been extraordinary in this game.
And now it's Coronado. 2 goals tonight. Coming in on Levi. Coronado, glove save, Levi.
And a little toss of the puck after he saves it. More speed this time. Coronado coming in, but shoots it into the glove of Levi, and Levi tosses it away as if to say, no issue here.
Aiden McDonough. He's got 19 goals on the season. With a little speed now, McDonough shoots and scores!
This is a lot more speed than what we saw on the last shot from Hughes.
So now, after McDonough scores, it'll be Alex Laferriere. He needs to score to keep this going. Laferriere to his left, coming in on Levi. Laferriere to the doorstep, turned aside, and the Huskies have won the 70th Beanpot. For the 4th time in 5 years, the Huskies are howling on Causeway Street.
Devin Levi made a save with seconds left in OT. And then he gets ultra aggressive on the last shooter in the shootout. And the puck goes wide, and Northeastern wins the Beanpot again. Not bad for Levi's first Beanpot, huh?
Not bad at all. It was a great hockey game. You might not love the shootout, but this thing had all the excitement you could ask for. The overtime was electric. And then the goalies
goes fantastic.
Standing tall in the shootout like they have all season for each of their teams.
Both these guys in overtime and in the shootout were excellent. It's funny. You know, Devin Levi last year had these numbers. A 1.54 goals against, a 952 save percentage. I mean, those are good. Those are great. Those are off the charts fantastic. This year, he's only a human 2.34 and a 930 save percentage coming into this game. But I think you see in this game, Harvard with 34 shots on goal, why he is so highly thought of, TC.
The Northeastern Huskies won 4 Beanpots in the 80s. They went from 1988 to 2018 without winning one. And now they have been to the finals 5 straight years, winning 4 of those Beanpots, and the Huskies will get to raise the banner here at center ice. Take another look at the final save, the final chance for Harvard to keep this thing going.
Look at how aggressive Levi is coming out on Laferriere, and it catches the arm. But I mean, he's way out. You know what he does? He trusts his skating. Look at how quickly he gets back, and it just ticks off the elbow of his left arm. I mean, just off of it enough, and it goes over the net. But if that is an example of how a goaltender has to be such a powerful skater, especially backwards, TC. I mean, I've seen aggressiveness
coming in with speed.
Coming in with a lot of speed, and I've seen goaltenders be aggressive. I can't remember in college hockey a goalie that aggressive, but that's because he trusts his footwork and his skating.
He's halfway into the face-off circle before he started backtracking. Don't give the shooter a look at the net. What a goaltender. What a game here tonight. The Northeastern Huskies beaten by Harvard on New Year's Day 8-4, trailing Harvard 2-1 coming into the third period. The first team to beat Harvard this season when Harvard leads after 2. Again, this will go as a tie in the eyes of the NCAA, but it will not go in the eyes of anybody who loves the Huskies as a tie here tonight, because the Huskies are Beanpot champs. John Dolan is our PA announcer. He's ready to get the post-game ceremony started.
Ladies and gentlemen, the 70th Duncan Beanpot did not disappoint. What an outstanding tournament. The team saved their best hockey for TD Garden. Congratulations to the top 10 Harvard Crimson on an outstanding tournament. You played your hearts out, and we recognize you here at TD Garden. Northeastern, we'll get to you in just a second. Thanks to everybody who's watched on NESN and across the country on the NHL Network. We couldn't do it without you, but sometime make it here to TD Garden. It's pretty awesome to be here in person for this tournament. Let's recognize the goaltenders. The Everly Award, created in 1974, named after Glenn Everly and Dan Everly, who were goaltenders in this Beanpot tournament themselves. It's awarded to the goaltender with the highest save percentage. This year, the winner stopped 65 of 68 shots, a .956 save percentage, 7th best all time from Northeastern University, Devin Levi. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back Mr. Beanpot, Steve Nasro. For 50 years, Steve was the vice president for event scheduling here at TD Garden. He was the chairman of the Beanpot. In 2017, he retired. In 2020, he justly became a member of the Beanpot Hall of Fame. Naz, it's so great to have you back to present the award named in your honor. Well, he blanked Harvard in the shootout, and we've already recognized him once. Let's recognize the most valuable player in the tournament, Devin Levi. Well, what can we say about Northeastern? 4 out of the last 5 Beanpot titles are theirs. Back to Huntington Avenue. Head coach Jerry Keefe, please come up along with Aiden McDonough and see Steve Nasro. The 70th Beanpot belongs to Northeastern University.
There will be other battles to come in the weeks ahead. A Hockey East Championship, an ECAC Championship for these teams to fight over, NCAA appearances and whatnot. But tonight, the Huskies are top dog in Boston. For the 4th time in 5 years, a team that waited 30 years to win its 5th Beanpot has now become the top Beanpot team in recent history.
Yeah, and you know, they're up a goal, down by a goal after Coronado scores 2. They don't let it bother them. They tie it up. Resilient group. They were resilient the other night in Providence. They were down 3-0 there. They came back to tie it with 3 goals under the last 9 minutes. This is a team that lately's played well, and they're finding themselves not just Beanpot champs, but they're working their way up the pairwise too.
Jerry Keefe, as an associate head coach, saw his Huskies win 3. Now as head coach, he has won his first, and he is with Meredith Gorman.
Thanks, guys. Coach, congratulations. That game went down to the wire. What does this Beanpot win mean for you and this program, especially after how last season went?
Just seeing these guys celebrate right now, seeing Nathan McDonough, you know, just hoisting that trophy, and then just looking up at all of our fans, it's incredible.
Yeah, I think this entire place was pretty much filled with Northeastern fans. What does that support mean to you?
Oh, it's everything. It means so much to the players, just to know that they got that support up there, and they were so loud. And you know, we were down 2-1, and we knew if we got one, this place was going to erupt. And credit to everyone that came out and supporting us.
Yeah, and you really can't look over how Devin played tonight. I mean, everyone was watching, biting their nails, seeing him in that shootout. What impressed you the most about the way that he played tonight?
He's made for these moments. He's a special kid, obviously a special goaltender, but, you know, we have all the confidence in the world, and going to a shootout, you know, we knew he'd be there. He had our backs, and, you know what, Harvard's a heck of a team, and that was an unbelievable game tonight. So I thought just both teams was a great college hockey game.
Yeah, unbelievable. And I know this is your first Beanpot win as the head coach of the Huskies. How's that feel?
It feels great. Like I said, you know, your family, the players, it means so much to everyone, the school, the alums. It means a lot to me, though.
Yeah, well, congratulations again. And as a Northeastern alum, I got to say I'm pretty happy right now. All right, TC, we'll throw it back to you.
Congrats to you, Meredith.
Thanks, Coach.
All right, Meredith, thanks very much. You know, that says it all, right? He's made for these moments. Yeah. He's a special kid. We're going to hear a lot more about Devin Levi in the years to come, but on a moment like this one, he never got to play in a Beanpot final before. To be the man who stands up, wins both the Eberle and the MVP.
Yeah, and now 5 Eberle Award winners in a row come from Northeastern.
And there's Simon, by the way, the Team awesome. Impact teammate we told you about. Every bit a part of this team,
That's beautiful.
A celebration involving Simon tonight, so congratulations to him.
But, you know, to hear Coach Jerry Keefe talk about made for these moments, again, I go back to that last play in the shootout. The confidence. That's exactly what he's referring to. I don't think there's any other goalies that would come out that aggressive in that moment. I'm not saying maybe in a regular shootout, but in a Beanpot final, in a shootout, to come out so far as if to say, I'm meeting you. And to make that save, I think, is a real testament. I mean, this is a kid, look, let's face it, there's a good chance that he's done after this year, given the pros will be calling Buffalo. Not a bad organization, young organization to be with. They need some goaltending help. And there's a guy that oozes confidence, and stylistically, you know, he is definitely made for the next level too.
So Devin Levi is the MVP. He was 3 for 3 in the shootout, stopping all 3 beds, and he is with Meredith Gorman on the ice.
Devin, first of all, congratulations, Beanpot MVP, but that game was crazy going into a shootout. What was going through your mind in those final seconds? It must have been nerve-wracking.
Yeah, it was a little bit. I just wanted to be there for the boys. You know, they put on a hell of a performance. They were working hard, and, you know, I love these guys, and we're such a tight-knit group, so I wanted to do it for them. That's all I was thinking about when the guy was coming down on me.
And now you got a Beanpot win while you're at Northeastern. What does that mean to you and for this school?
Oh my God, it means the world. It means the world. I've never witnessed anything like this before. So it's just a great feeling having the whole house packed with Husky fans. You know, you can't beat that. College hockey is an experience you get once in a lifetime, and you know, I'm so happy we got to win.
Yeah, the Northeastern Doghouse was just filled with fans here at TD Garden. Did that energy help you and fuel you throughout the game?
For sure. I mean, once we scored that second goal on Harvard to tie it up, you know, the fans were in it. Like, you could feel the energy. It's all Northeastern energy in the building. So that was a huge contributing factor for sure, and they contributed to the win for sure.
Now the trophy's going back to Huntington Avenue. How are you guys going to celebrate tonight?
I have no idea. I've never done this before. We're going to see what's going on with the guys, but we're going to have a good time.
All right, well, congratulations. Enjoy this one, Devin.
You appreciate it. Thanks.
Guys.
All right, Meredith, thanks very much. I have no idea how we're going to celebrate this. I've never won a Beanpot before.
Well, he'll have a chance to figure it out.
They will. That's what the seniors are for. They will guide you through the next few hours as you get to celebrate this. But such a strong effort. We talked about this, right? They win the regular season tournament last year. They fall short in trying to win the Hockey East tournament. They come into this year #1 team in the preseason poll of Hockey East. They go 6-1-1 out of the gate. They're playing well, but then we hear Jerry Keefe call them fragile. Their confidence is a brittle thing. Now the confidence starting to come together, and being Beanpot champs will only add to that confidence. Aiden McDonough standing by with Meredith.
Aiden, first of all, congratulations. Now, you told me before the game you weren't going to imagine what it's like to win the Beanpot. You told the guys not to think about it, right, until it actually happens. Yeah. Now that it's actually happened, what's it feel like?
It's amazing. It's a dream come true for the second time. It's unbelievable. I think this time for me it's a little bit more special because I realized how hard it is to win one. Freshman year was just amazing. I was glad to be a part of a great group, and then this year, had to go to battle with these guys for 4 years and have so many best friends in this team. It's a dream come true. It's awesome.
But let's talk about this really being a dream come true, because you told me you grew up going to these Beanpots as a local kid. You probably never in a million years expected to be scoring the game winner in a shootout in a Beanpot. What's that like?
Yeah, it's amazing. I can't really put it into words. I think this is a typical Beanpot game. There's never any Beanpot games that aren't crazy. So I probably practiced that move in the driveway a few times in Milton, and Dev shut the door for us as we knew he would. So it's just a dream come true. It's awesome.
Yeah, and TD Garden was just filled with Husky fans. How much did that support help you guys on the ice?
It's everything. I mean, it felt like a home game, but times 100 because it was so loud in here. Anytime we get a chance to play at the Garden, our students, everyone is amazing, and it just makes it that much more special and that much more fun. And for us, it's awesome because, the other schools don't have that, so we're really lucky.
Absolutely. And how are you guys going to celebrate tonight? Devin said he doesn't know what you guys are going to do yet, but I know you're the captain, so what's happening?
We'll have some fun. Dev will probably be stretching, but all the guys will be having some fun, a local spot on campus.
All right, Aiden, congratulations, and thanks for your time.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
TC?
Meredith, they're just not giving away the location of the party. You can keep asking.
What did he say? Dev will probably be stretching. You got to stay limber.
You got to stay loose.
You got to stay loose, even post game.
That's right.
Maybe
post-game stretch, very important after a night like this.
This might be a different kind of stretch tonight.
What an effort tonight. And again, when we're talking about the confidence, right? What does this mean for this team going forward? Does it raise the bar now of what this team might be able to be able to obtain over the course of this stretch run?
It's the old TC peaking at the right time, getting on the run at the right time when it matters most. And the way that this team has handled Frozen Fenway here at the Beanpot, some big events. The second half has been pretty good for them. And Jerry Keefe was telling me, last week and this week, a lot of good things happening. Feeling good about this team. So why not? For them, hey, keep going.
Gunnar Wolf Fontaine was a big part of this tonight as he had a pair of goals. He's with Meredith.
Gunnar Wolf, congratulations. First of all, a big night for you, stepping up in those big moments. 2 goals for you tonight. What was going through your mind? What was your mentality out there tonight?
I was just trying to play for my team. We wanted to just do the little things every night, and I was just trying to focus on blocking shots and just doing little things for the team, and it worked out for me nicely.
Yeah, it stepped up in a big way, and it paid off. The team won the Beanpot. What's this mean to you and for this school?
it means the world. Like freshman year, we didn't get it because of COVID, and then last year we lose 1-0 with 2 minutes left. It means the world just having everyone here, having Deb back on our team because he was in the Olympics last year. It just means the world to win it as a team, and especially for the school. We have so much fans behind us. It just means the world.
Yeah, and seeing Devin in net and then the way he played during that shootout, what's impressed you the most about the way that he's been?
I just think every night he's locked in. No matter how many shots he's facing, he's gonna stop as many as he can, and he's always gonna give us a shot to win a game, and that's all you can ask for in a goalie, especially him.
And I'm asking everybody else, so I gotta ask you, how are you celebrating with the Beanpot Trophy tonight?
We're just gonna hang out as a group and have a lot of fun. We'll see what happens.
Everyone's keeping it really cryptic, so I guess we'll have to use our imaginations, TC. But thanks so much, Gunnar Wolf, and congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Guys? Yeah, I'm just going to hang out with the guys. That's all. Just, another night.
I have a hunch they're going to do a lot of homework.
Yes.
A lot of homework with it. It'll be on the table when they do it.
Their win last week against Boston University jumped up to 15th in the pairwise, right? The win tonight is only going to help that, right? They can move up a little bit more. So when we talk about the expectations raising, well, they're right back in the thick of that hunt now for the NCAAs.
Oh, absolutely. And, of course, that's part of their focus. But the other big part, now that they've taken care of the Beanpot, is the stretch run of Hockey East. So there's still a little runway left. They're going to see if they can get themselves climbing up the pairwise ranking even more. But again, their focus is going to be first and foremost, TC, Hockey East now.
Yeah. Saturday at UVM, they get a one-game weekend after this. Harvard will take on Union and RPI as they now reset their sights on an ECAC championship. Jim Madigan coached the Huskies to 3. Next time we see him, Northeastern will be playing the Boston Red Sox next Friday at JetBlue Park. I'll
Good
be
luck
there for
with
the
that,
play-by-play. Good luck in Quebec.
Thank you. Thank you.
Glad we could interrupt your tournament coverage for this little game here.
Fun to be with you again, partner. How many years now? I don't know, but it's
a
fun.
lot. It's been a great time, and I hope to do it again with you soon. We'll do it in a month or so at the Hockey East Championship.
That's right.
Meantime, thanks to our hardworking crew here. The Nesson crew does such an amazing job. The men and women in the truck and up here in the arena, bringing you the sights and sounds of another exciting final. The final score for the final time, the 70th Beanpot Championship goes to the Huskies 3-2 in a shootout win. Good night, everybody.